but it wouldn't mend mine.
Turn around, I feel the breeze over me. You watch your dreams unfold. Let it come around and let it breathe over me. It's time to go away into the light. I feel the calming energy. I see the darkness coming, and I'm calling you to help me set me free. I'm calling for you. I'm calling for you. I'm calling for you. Fly all the fate of the world in your plans, guarding your faith with the palm of your hands. I know, yeah, I know. It's the unknown, the unknown. It's time to go away into the light. I feel the calming energy. I see the darkness coming, and I'm calling you to help me set me free. I'm calling for you. I'm calling for you. I'm calling for you.
You're paranoid. You claim this love that you never started. You once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we haven't taken. this love that you never started. You once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. Just stay one more night. I'll be by your side. We'll live for a new day. We live life the hard way, but not today. Just stay. Just stay. Just stay. One more night. One more night. Just feel my heart inside. Our love can grow so bright. We found a way into the grace again. Let's not pretend our hearts have life again. Just stay one more night. I'll be by your side. Just stay. Just stay. Let's not pretend.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the North American Challenger League Season 8. This is going to be Playday 9 to 10. I'm your host and caster, James Turner Parkinson, and joining me once again is the beautiful Stokes.
Hello, everyone.
So we're going to get right into the first bans here between Accelerate Gaming and Vicious Gaming. If that name doesn't seem too familiar to you, it is because Vicious Gaming did recently just pick up Flawless GG, who had a very impressive performance last week, having defeated both Nomads and Team Sinister, both teams having been completely undefeated so far in Challenger League.
Yeah, definitely good stuff coming out from Flawless, now Vicious Gaming, as you just said, and they are going to opt with that Habana first, but you know, they've been making a lot of good moves recently. Picked up a new coach in Slaypex and a couple other things. So really looking forward to see what they try and bring out tonight.
So we're going to go with a fairly standard ban of Lion, but the kind of interesting ban of a Habana coming out here on Consulate. That's where the defense bans are going to be, as we see the Clash ban coming out. Also fairly standard, so Accelerate just don't want to play against those very high impact operators.
Yeah, Clash, such a dangerous operator in really any instance, and you can see that from the recent patches they've been trying to put against her. She's just such a dangerous operator. And our last one is going to be Mira, which isn't too surprising. A lot of people don't like playing against Mira. Granted, this isn't one of her best maps, but if you're used to not playing against her, it's better to not try and give the other team that opportunity.
It is kind of interesting, though, with the Habana ban, obviously the Garage should be very preferable here. Anytime a hard breacher is banned, that Garage definitely tends to be a very preferable site, and you see Vicious Gaming are already going downstairs. So I think that's one of the reasons why they banned Mira, because as you said, she's not too potent on this site, on this map, but on this particular site, she can be.
Yeah, holding that central office is just such a good battle plan for your defense. Being able to really hold off both sides by yourself. The only really area you have to be concerned about is White Van. Everything else you can really just cover from that central office. It is so dangerous.
Yeah, definitely. So also, while we're talking about, you know, teams that have sort of come back from the brink, so to speak, you know, Vicious Gaming, they came back last week. They defeated two of the best teams in Challenger League. And they also go against Elephant Gang later tonight, who are also undefeated so far in Challenger League. So maybe they want to continue that streak of taking down the Titans. But Accelerate Gaming also took down Disrupt themselves last week. So maybe Disrupt not looking as strong as they were before. Maybe these are two teams that we need to look out for looking into the future in the last couple of playdays.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think by this point, Disrupt has just gotten a little stale with what they've been doing. They really haven't changed up too much. Their playstyle has relatively been the same. And maybe they just need to go back to the drawing board and kind of adjust things a little bit. I mean, Vicious has been doing absolutely fantastic. And even picking up Oasis recently. Huge pickup, him coming off of the roster that was Nomads as their coach. Rotating over here to Vicious Gaming now, and he's going to be playing. So I'm definitely excited to see him playing once again.
Well, he did originally play for Disrupt, right? He did qualify for CL with them. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Oasis can do here. We'll see how it is going to go down, as we do see Oasis just peeking it out. He takes the first kill of the round. Nick already off the table. That's Blackbeard down already. That's a huge pick for Vicious Gaming, and Oasis making his debut in a very nice fashion.
Yeah, that UM45 sawing right through that shield, and that's definitely the gun you really don't want in that scenario either, just because of that rate of fire. And Pixel's actually going to be up here supporting Oasis as well, so this could be very good for them. Kind of slowed them down a little bit with that Blackbeard pick so early. As you guys can see, the drone play is starting to get centralized upstairs, trying to find out where these two are hiding.
Yeah, so as we move just further into this action phase, 1 minute down, but not a lot of control into Accelerate Gaming's favor right now, which is honestly a little bit disappointing, but they have started to move into this top floor. But that is a very slow roam clip that they've gone for now. They haven't managed to get any kills on the board either for it.
No, they haven't. Already lost one, a little bit of damage onto Zofia as well. And I mean, Vicious is playing this out fantastic. Started all the way up top and are slowly rotating to the bottom. That's exactly what you want in your roamers, trying to delay as much time as possible. And Accelerate doesn't really have a clue on where anybody is, so they're having to take these tiny little angles and check everything. This Chief is going to get shot at a little bit, takes a little bit of damage, but not too much. And now they do know that there are people on this middle floor, but everyone's going to rotate back downstairs. They've wasted 2 minutes and have barely taken any damage for it.
And yeah, it's been a pretty good roam game coming out for Vicious. As you said, they're just slowly rotating back to the site as they come. Maybe Pixel going for that late flank at some point, but to be honest, they have no reason to peek anything right now. They have pretty good control over the site. None of the site sort of utilities have been affected here from Accelerate so far. Their attack isn't looking too good, but as I say that, Crusher will manage to get open the garage wall, only the mute stopping that hard breaching. Now Crusher will start to drone it out and see if he can go for some sort of plant. But there's only 30 seconds left to go for a plant, and there's no smokes on the table, but Achieved and Crusher both score kills. There goes Nog and Rich, some nice kills coming down. Schlongy finds one of his own. That's going to lead them in a 4v2. It's all kind of gone against Vicious now. They're going to try and have to bring it back. But all they have to do really is deny the plant going down here. Legion Mines are going to go down on yellow, as Oasis does peek it out slowly and sees exactly where Schlongy went on this attack. Lojack's holding down onto Cafeterias. Oasis finds a double kill and he takes them both down. That's beautiful from Oasis. He denies the plant. He has to stay alive, but he can't. Achieve takes him down, but Lojack survives. And Vicious Gaming win by time as they take round number 1.
Very heads up play right there by Oasis. That's awesome. Sadly gonna have to have that rehost, as you guys can see in chat, just due to a little bit of lag apparently. So we'll try and get that fixed for you guys. But Vicious coming out extremely strong. The roam game was fantastic by them. Just a little bit. I really don't even know what happened on site. We actually didn't see anybody with the cam die. We just saw the kill feed light up. I don't know if it was just one of those moments of just a little bit of overconfidence, trying to overpeak angles, or really what happened right there. But Accelerate almost brought that back, but Oasis really just did a lot of damage to them all around on the roam game, as well as denying the plant. So Vicious gonna make it out with that round. Definitely excited to see the rest of this one. Accelerate needs to pick it up a little bit on that roam clear like we discussed earlier, and I think things will work out a little bit better for them as well.
We'll be right back, though, with a rehost.
Hard to keep a straight face when I'm burning like fire, and you walk all the sides. I'm drawn in desire, and you have to think twice. It's hard to keep smiling when I try to set things straight. You don't even listen. I'm just getting late, like you're on a mission. Drawn in desire, and you have to think twice. You make me weak. You're the one I seek, and I hate that I love you. I hate that I love you. If I could, and I would, come out your heart, come out your heart. And I reincarnate it. It's hard to keep smiling when you're closing every door. I'm trying to open. I tell you love you
Alright then, just apologies for that quick rehost, but we are back now. Looks like Nog did have some issues, but he's hopefully sorted them all out. We're going to get back into Vicious Gaming versus Accelerate Gaming, and yeah, should be pretty good indeed. We've already seen Vicious take down a downstairs defense, having won by time, interestingly enough. Some pretty interesting strategy coming out from Vicious. Like, they played the roam game very well, but maybe they didn't affect the attackers enough, maybe they didn't take enough utility off the board from them, and that allowed a fairly nice execute to come out from Accelerate, but their positioning was a little bit off. They didn't manage to pinch the defenders that they needed to, and losing by time, I feel like a lot of the time when attackers do lose by time, it's because they allowed it to happen.
I honestly would agree with that. I would say there is some instances where you just messed up so much of the round, like either just stalling out and just taking forever to make that push, or you get pushed back so hard and have to readjust and really don't know where to readjust to. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that, but yes, I would definitely agree with you that it is most of their fault because you're the one that has to push the objective, right? So obviously, if it is a loss by time, that is more than likely the offense's fault. But the one thing is about that last strat, I really like that extended roam they did there. The beauty of having a coach, things along those lines, analysis, people, all that kind of stuff, is that you're going to see a lot more intricate things. And that right there with the middle hold, as well as them just starting on top and rotating down, that's just signs of, you know, having a coach that really knows what they're talking about. So love to see that. Hopefully they can keep it up. I'd like to see what more we have in store.
We are going to see an upstairs hold coming out from Vicious, and this tends to be what you see on this map, right? It is all going down upstairs, right? It's a very top-heavy defense. We talk about this a lot, using that vertical play, but I'm kind of surprised that the Habana ban hasn't come in here a little bit more to the strategy from Vicious.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. A lot of people don't like playing against Habana just in general, relatively speaking to others, just due to the fact that she can shoot those X-Kairos from range, and Thermite has to roll out his explosive on the wall. So it could just be something as small as that. We might actually see another kill from Oasis here on the window, but Nick gonna smartly peek away. Last time did get punished from this exact same window by the exact same gentleman, just this time on smoke and not castle. Hopefully it won't happen to him again. But yes, I completely lost my train of thought about what we were talking about. But anyways, yeah.
It's a game and things happen. Yeah. Good analysis there, Stokes.
Yeah.
Most of the push is going to be coming out from admin. However, it looks like that Blackbeard angle that Nick was playing there, very powerful indeed. Flashbangs will go out into projectors to see what he can do. Hit ball! Oh, Oasis! He just runs all the way up with a shotgun. He takes down Nick, but Achieved is right there to trade him right on back. He's going to be down, of course, and he's going to be able to get revived. And wow, that was insanely aggressive coming out from Oasis. And I'm kind of surprised that he didn't win that.
Yeah, I mean, that is the one bad thing about that shotgun is you do have that time in between shots due to it being a pump shotgun. But, I mean, very nice shot placed on the Blackbeard, going to knock him down to 50 health. The Sledge just with a quick reaction, they're able to clean him up. But I mean, they've wasted a lot of time upstairs once again. Schlongi's taking a lot of damage, whether it be from Legion Mines or what have you. But, I mean, they're having the same issue they had last time. They really don't have any pressure on site except for the front door. They have people spread out as far as Biologic downstairs, and we have Rich playing down here as well. He's going to kill him from an angle inside of the kitchen.
You know, Biologic's got to be mad about that one.
Oh, absolutely. Just
like, why is this man just... Yeah, why is he there? But it is going to be Rich on the Capcan who is going to be able to take off the first kill for Vicious Gaming this round. That's already Biologic off the board, but they have lost their smoke, so a lot of plant denial is off the board. Rich is instantly going to get traded, of course, by Schlongi. Where did that shot just come from? Wow, what an angle from Schlongi.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's three floors was that shot from Schlongi. That was fantastic. Crusher going to pick up one, Nick going to pick up another one, and the last shot going to come out from Schlongi. Be able to pick up Pixel right there. They're gonna make quick work of this one. A little bit of, I would go with over-aggression just due to the fact that Smoke died so early in the hands of Oasis. So I would have liked to see him try and play that out just a little bit more, but I assume that he thought there was only one man on balcony. That's why he peeked that. But you know, hindsight is 20/20. So we'll see if they're able to clean it up this round. But overall, I liked where they were trying to go with the strat by playing the 3 levels to try and alleviate as much time as possible, as well as I'm pretty sure they wanted to have Capcam downstairs with that Nitro so he could toss it from the center desk, which would have been insane to see.
You mentioned that by 1 minute they had gained upstairs control. I honestly think that that's completely fine for Accelerate because they have soft breaches on the table. They still had Blackbeard on the table, so having that upstairs control by the 1 minute mark is honestly exactly what Accelerate Gaming's main objective should be here. But my point was that I'm kind of surprised that maybe we would have seen a bit more conservative strategy coming up from Vicious Gaming, considering that they did ban the Habana here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty surprised at that as well. As you said, when you're defense first, usually your offensive ban is something to play into how you're going to strategize. So it's kind of peculiar to see them not really playing into that, as you were saying. But I mean, there might be some underlying factor that we're really not taking into account. We really can't say. Obviously, we're not in the strat rooms with them when they're handling these kind of things. We're not in the meeting room. So, I mean, I'd like to see Vicious maybe slow it down just a little bit. I feel like they could come out on top in this defensive set. If they do that, I feel like we do just have a little bit of aggression coming out that isn't really needed, and it's kind of punishing them, especially that last round. So we'll see if Accelerate is able to go for 2, or if Vicious is going to bring this one back. And as always on Consulate, we are going to be starting with drones inside of admin.
Lots of drones are going to come out from Accelerate, and they're going to go for the exact same take, it looks like, as they did last time. But this time, it is going to be a purely upstairs take. Normally, when we see this go on, we see copy room control go quickly into the control of the attack, and see no one from Vicious Gaming is going to be playing here, so maybe a little bit more conservative now. We see Nick yet again on the Blackbeard Schlong, going to run in through onto the front office there, but is going to get trigger the reservoir mine there. But obviously, Sophia doesn't get affected by it as much.
No, she does not. Having that sister value with Ella makes it to where she is not affected nearly as much as you were saying. But we've seen this strategy before here, Stern. I personally love it, playing that smoke in that back corner with a couple ADSs on that reinforced wall. Fantastic way to try and just burrow yourself down inside of meeting room as smoke, especially with those smoke nades, able to help out a lot. But no smoke nade is going to help Oasis, as he's going to catch a nade of his own thrown by a Chief. Chief going to be able to pick that one up right there. Going to start things off right. They will have control of meeting here, as well as it looks like they are working on control of flag hallway over here with Schlongy inside of front office. So everyone is more or less pushed back into the other site. We do have LoJax playing kind of aggressive up here inside of Connector. They're going to drone that out. We do have Echo as Nog on that really aggressive angle here. We're going to see if that nade's going to pick up and achieve 2 for 2 on his nades this round. Fantastic coming out of him. Going to be LoJax off the board. No more Ella, so he is going to be able to cut off the rotation here. More likely the plant is going to start going down. As you guys did see, we do have Rich downstairs as well. He does have a nitro cell, but I don't really know what's going to happen with that. We do have someone downstairs looking for him as well. Nog trying to hold that angle, see if anybody will peek, but the diffuser is going to go down. But oh my goodness, what a shot. Rich is going to be able to clean that one up. The nitro cell is not going to be able to connect with anybody, and he doesn't even see the diffuser there. It is planted over in the corner by the window, so something is going to have to give, and that's exactly what is. Crusher is going to be able to pick up 2 with a nice spray. Going to take down Nog and Pixel. Rich, last one alive, going to be rotating up Spiral right now, but he's got 4 to find and a diffuser. He's going to find the first one with a well-placed headshot. He's going to find the next one. Yes, he is. Achieve's going to go down as well, but he does still have to worry about a full health Blackbeard out here on balcony, and that is exactly what's going to happen. Nick going to be able to clean that one up.
A valiant attempt from Rich getting the 3k there, but unable to secure the entire ace and the clutch. Unfortunate for him, but again, just kind of a falling apart strategy from Vicious at the end, and I think a lot of it does revolve around this Blackbeard. Every time that Blackbeard has been up, Accelerate have taken the round. And, you know, Blackbeard, very, very powerful operator to be bringing on Consulate.
Yeah, actually, that's what I was about to say. As we all know, Blackbeard is such a pivotal operator, being especially on angles. That is literally what his design is for, is just to hold angles. So when he's up and you go down for that execution and get the bomb down, he is literally one of the hardest defenders to kill, unless it's obviously like Blitz or Monte. So, and honestly, he's more dangerous than both of them because he has his gun with a shield on the gun. So, I mean, if you want to argue, you know, apples to oranges here, he is definitely the most lethal op after the bomb has went down. I mean, you really can't argue anything about it. You can't peek him. So, I mean,
yeah, that is true. But I mean, I'm kind of looking more at Vicious Gaming here. How they should realize at this point that the Blackbeard has become a problem for them. They've been unable to really deal with him since the rehost. And
10 seconds remaining.
maybe they just need to start getting a bit more aggressive with him. But we all need to talk about the sort of informed aggression, right? We always talk about how intel is the key to being aggressive.
Attackers are moving out to
And
locate a bomb and defuse
we're not seeing a Valkyrie on the board here from Vicious at all, and I'm kind of surprised by that, considering that Accelerate Gaming have only taken an IQ once.
Yeah, me as well. She's such a powerful operator on console. I mean, we've casted this, I mean, so many times in even CL Stern, as well as a bunch of other things. But every single time we do cast console, we always talk about how powerful of an op Valkyrie is on this map. And to not see her is really, really weird. There's so many good cam spots in order to get that information. And it seems like Vicious Gaming wants to do that. They want to be aggressive, but they're really not getting the intel that they need in order to back that up, which is really, really punishing them. They do have the Echo this time in order to get a little bit of information, but they really don't have any other information getting ops. They do have one denial in the hands of Mute, but again, only Echo on the board to try and get them a little bit of that extra information.
We haven't really seen Echo used too effectively, though, thus far. We haven't seen Echo being able to deny many plant situations going on. I'm not sure how good the intel gathering has been from Rich so far. But Rich wasn't actually playing Echo last round, it was actually Nog, so interesting role swap up that we've seen from Vicious so far, but we're seeing more or less the same operators that we've seen almost every defense from them.
Yeah, more or less, it looks to seem that they do just kind of have one strat per site right now, which, I mean, this strat the last time worked out beautifully for them, but Accelerate has definitely picked up the speed this time around. They have almost controlled the entire map except for the basement, obviously, in the first half of the round. So this is definitely going to be a test of Vicious's strength on site holding, see if it is going to be able to get picked up by them, but Achieved is going to take a lot of damage. Half of his health is going to be gone right there, being able to get shot from underneath by smoke. But it does seem like this is just going to be a little bit of angle holding here for a little while, as we are going to be entering the last minute here. They do have control of what a lot of what they need here, and Accelerate is going to opt for the panel 1 and 3 trick. It's typically what they go for now, is either you go for right for the center of the garage, or you go for the 2 outskirt panels in order to get that. But Rich, bad rotation, going to get picked up by Achieved, and that is going to be Echo on the board, and that's going to be huge. No more plant denial except for the smoke, and Achieved has his eyes set on him right now. Smashing everything up here in the floor, and Achieved can just keep on going. That hammer does have 25 hits of utility, so he can practically break open this entire floor right now. 25 seconds left on the clock. Something's going to have to give for one team here, as the Toxic Babes are going to start going down. Nick is going to try and push down Yellow, and he's actually going to run out of ammo there. Going to whip out the Deagle, but that smoke nade going to get tossed. LoJack's going to be able to pick up Schlongy, and they do only have one panel open right now. Nog's going to be able to pick up the defuse planner. Pixel's going to be able to pick up another one. 2v4 situation right now. Nick is up and inside, but Achieved going to get picked off as well, and Pixel going to be able to clean up that one. So they really got control of everything that they really needed right there. But at the end of that round, things just kind of fell apart for them. They really didn't know what they wanted to do. They only got one panel open on the garage, and that's really what punished them. They couldn't hold anything over on the pipe side of the garage over there by Yellow. So that entire side was cut off and just allowed smoke to rotate up and really do whatever they wanted on Yellow.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on there right at the end, but Accelerate were unable to find the pick that they so desperately needed going on. It was really interesting, and yeah, as you said, like, you open the middle panel or you open the side panels on that garage, and we've seen Accelerate do the exact same thing every single time, but it's that last second execute that is just destroying them at the moment. They're constantly losing because they don't have enough time. They're spending way too much time relying on picks and not enough actually going for that execute, and you tend to see that from teams who don't bring smokes, who don't bring enough to actually get onto the site.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I've been very, very surprised about. Glass isn't banned, and Glass has not been played. Glass is such a powerful operator, and he's not been played at all. There is so much utility on offense for smoke nades, and no Maestro's been played on the defense. That seems like a perfect pick right now, but that has not come to fruition.
That is true, but we are going to see the Valkyrie hit, finally, so I'm glad to see that. And we're finally seeing the Jaeger as well coming out from LoJack's, which is great because Achieved, yet again, has just been popping off with the grenade kills. I don't know how he does it.
He has definitely achieved that of the strong arm season, making all those perfect passes right there, getting those nades in where he needs them. But I mean, another talking point, just to pass a little bit of time as this round is just going to start kicking off. I'm very happy to see Rich playing. If you guys didn't know, Rich recently got in a car accident and they thought that he broke his arm at the doctor's, but he didn't. It was only a sprain, hence why he's playing right now, and also why they ended up having to miss the US endgame on Friday due to that unfortunate event. But very happy to see Rich playing right now. Glad that he is healthy and with us still. Always scary stuff when that kind of stuff happens right there. But as we are going to be having an admin take once again by Accelerate, nothing out of the ordinary, but they are going to be opening up the panel above admin stairs here in order to hold that really long angle. And the Blackbeard going to get taken out by Nick once again. We'll see if Oasis and him are going to be able to duel it out. Schlongy rotating over here to the top of admin, and Oasis going to pick up that one, but Crusher going to immediately frag it back. Oasis just is not afraid to peek as smoke, and I mean, it's kind of high risk, high reward. I mean, he takes out Zofia, which is a fantastic op for getting into sight, but he immediately gets taken out. So, I mean, utility-wise, I would have much rather had Smoke alive, but I understand the aggression of trying to get the person off your admin stairs.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely... I think that was kind of worth it, though, to take the smoke down that early, and they set the refrag beautifully with that. Accelerate did really well to take the smoke down so early on. As you said, they opened up the top of these Visa stairs here, and that was able to get that nice refrag. But yeah, as you said, Oasis is just not afraid to peek these things. He's a monster on it.
He's an absolute monster with that M870, let me tell you. If he hears anybody within like that 5-foot radius of a door frame, it's automatic peaks. But
it's got to be pretty scary, right? When you're facing these close corridors that you often get on this map on Consulate, that you're going to know that sometimes Oasis is going to come around the corner with a freaking shotgun and just blast you in the face with it.
I mean, yeah, I don't think anybody wants a 12-gauge shotgun to the face in that close a range. It's just not a good time, as definitely seen by Zofia right there.
Anyway,
Getting punished once again, but we are going to be seeing the execute start to go down right now. Pixel holding that long angle from Connector once again. Achieve going to be able to pick up one of the low jacks. And the diffuser is going to go down in that same corner as last time. Biologic going to pick up one on the way out. Pixel going to put a little bit of damage into him, but not enough to kill him. Bio's going to get another kill. It's looking very good for him right now. Nog, all by his lonesome, has 4 to find. We've seen this situation before, just not in the hands of Nog. We'll see if he is going to be able to make this one a little bit different. The pre-fire is going to come out, but Achieve with the SMG-11 of all guns is going to clean that one up. That is going to be Accelerate with 3 to 1. Or excuse me, 2 to 2.
3 to 2.
3 to 2, 3 to 2. I'm a terrible caster. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't know score lines. 3 to 2. Anyways, 3 to 2 in favor of Accelerate Gaming. It's been a long week, but gonna be coming out of that one. Pretty good play from Accelerate, all except for their basement attacks. Those were extremely sloppy. Even the second time they really got control of what they needed, as we discussed about halfway through the round. They really had control of everything they really needed. Just they didn't really execute on the garage. They kind of just opened up one panel and kind of threw everything to the wind and hope it stuck. It just didn't. So
with the,
we'll see if they do a little bit better on defense. What's up?
Well, we will, but we'll see how that goes down. But honestly, with the way that the operator bans have gone, I feel like this is slightly attacker-sided because you got the mirror off the board, which makes that garage... It should make it a lot easier, but we didn't see Accelerate win either of their attacks on there. But you think about the rest of the site, you think about the operators that were being taken from the defense from Vicious, and they didn't really have much diversity in what they were bringing until the very last round.
Yeah, they really didn't. And as you were saying, obviously with every single round they played on defense, they didn't switch up ops at all. The one thing about that, I believe that they're more just... They didn't just set up the reinforcements around for the site and go, okay, this is we're going to reinforce this, reinforce that. They more or less were just like, okay, here's the full-on thing. These are the ops that we're going to want. Ding, ding, ding. And then, another thing actually I want to touch about on now that we are having Nick on Maestro. We saw no Maestro Echo setup at all that entire time. Especially for upstairs, because that's where they were definitely having a lot of trouble dealing with Execute. It's Execute, I mean, excuse me. Echo Maestro is some of the best ops to play to try and stop Execute in the entire game, and we didn't see any of it. So that right there tells me that they are more or less just set up as what strat they're running. And right now they have one strat per site. So, I mean, I guess they're not one-trick ponies, obviously, because they can obviously make little adjustments like picking up the Valkyrie and so on and so forth. But I believe that is where they're currently at, is just with those minor tweaks.
Yeah, they have been fairly static in their strategy, but we're now going to see Vicious now taking on to the attack, and they have brought along that Blackbeard that was such a massive issue for them during their defenses. Hopefully we can see it as a little bit of an issue for Accelerate here, but we already see Vicious with complete top 4 control with 1 minute in. So this is going to help quite a lot, and the fact that they also have the book here, which Accelerate didn't bring at all, don't forget. Very destructible map. Achieve just played Sledge, and while he's very, very good at Sledge, and he's very good at landing those nades, and with the LA5, I feel like on this map, especially for that downstairs take, you need a book. And I'm kind of surprised that Nog hasn't gone into console and opened up the very long angle down to piano. But it's going to be achieved with the first kill of the round. Gets that nitro off onto Rich, and it's already the Zofia off the table. And with no smokes from Vicious, that's going to affect that late game quite a lot.
Yes, it is. Achieved and anything that's throwable in this game that kills people are just like two lost lovers. Like, he literally is just so good with them, it's insane. But that is going to be a lot of time off the board. Achieved going to get another one, and this time he's not going to throw anything except bullets. He's going to catch Nog off guard, be able to pick up that kill right there. I mean, fantastic play from him. He's been so dangerous on this pulse already. We've seen him be dangerous on it before. Just about to hit that minute mark now, ladies and gentlemen. Vicious needs to find something to give. They do still have the main operators they need to try and get this down, but they have a lot of roam game to deal with. We have Castle upstairs and bathroom, and we still have Pulse on the roam. So we'll see what exactly they try and find here. We do have Pixel droning out sight right now. Looks like he is going to set this up right on landing of yellow, or to watch that staircase, even if he's going to try and rotate out on him. Does look like Pixel is going to opt for the SR25 as well, which you don't see that too often anymore just because of that damage margin coming down. But Oasis is going to start trying to go for the plant, but Crusher from up top inside of Piano is going to be able to pick that one up. And this is that vertical angle that Stern was talking about that is so dangerous. Pixel is going to start getting in a gunfight with Achieve, and Achieve's actually going to opt for the run out here. Is it going to work? Gunfight happens, nothing really to come up with a little bit of damage. Biologic's going to be able to pick up one, and Schlongy pick up the other, and it is going to be another round for Accelerates, and they're looking so good right now on this defense.
But again, we haven't seen this downstairs defense be successful for any attackers so far. We've seen it just infallible, so we might just see that Accelerate Gaming might have the same problem that Vicious were having, where they're unable to defend anything other than that downstairs. But yeah, you're talking again, we're seeing completely different strategy coming out from Accelerate than what Vicious brought. I feel like it was slightly more effective, but Vicious, again, I think they had a good roam play to start with, but then they didn't keep control, they didn't open up console, they didn't get control of piano at all, they just tried to go for a plant when that vertical play is still under the control of Accelerate Gaming, and that was a big problem for them.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to have, of all people, Ash switched out for Montang in the hands of Oasis. So we'll see how that one works out. But another thing I wanted to touch on, honestly, if we back up to that last round and just talk about the vertical play there, if Buck did what you wanted him to do, if he goes up to CEO, gets that long angle like we've discussed before, where you can shoot all the way through those floors, that round goes completely different. Because then they have to deal with Buck all the way upstairs. And if anybody, it would have been Achieved because he ended up rotating up there later that round. So that would have delayed a lot longer on the defense being able to rotate back to site and help out, as well as that castle plane in the bathroom really can't have any effect on them trying to plant by a white van because of that vertical angle.
Is Schlongy really going to go and do it to him?
Oh my goodness. No one's going to spawn there though.
No one's going to spawn there. But, I mean, trying to get very aggressive with it, and he's going to be playing the dock because pretty much everyone's going to be spawning outside the northwest instead and pushing in onto yellow stairs. So there's a lot of smokes on the table from Vicious, and I'm kind of glad to see this change of being strategy from them. I think they do so much better when they have smoke plants going down and they're able to just push out these roamers, and Montaigne's going to be able to bring a lot of that to the table. See, they're already pushing out Cheat, but he gets a kill because of it. What? How does that go down? Rich is already out of it. That's already the Zofia off the table. That's a huge pick from Accelerate, and Achieved gets away with murder.
Absolutely. With that hail of drones and a Montang standing in front of him, achieves just random, not even random spray, just a very, very nice shot onto yellow stairs. Going to be able to clean up Rich, and that is going to be Zofia off the board as just stated. And it really looks like Vicious doesn't exactly know what to do anymore. They do have some footsteps that they're going to be able to find. There's pulses right there achieved all the way over in Tellers now, but there is not going to be a soul near him to try and have any effect on that at all. And since he is pulse, he's gonna know that you're coming. So we'll see if he is gonna be able to live out the rest of this round. Things slowing down for them just a little bit right now. We do have Doc in the hands of Schlongy sitting on top of yellow. I don't think anybody knows this either. Oasis though looks more than likely like he is going to check that. Montang just, I mean, honestly, he's the best information getter on offense. Schlongy's gonna light him up just a little bit, but he is going to be able to get away with his life, and Achieves playing all the way over here in benches up close to the stairs, so he is going to be able to detect them through this wall here, and he's going to be able to notify his team of the two people standing on the bottom landing. Schlongy though going to get shot up just a little bit. He is going to be able to dock himself up though. They are doing such a good job of delaying this right now. Vicious needs to make a rotate or something. I mean, just trying to continuously fight this yellow stairs is not going to be the best idea, as Nick is going to be able to pick up Pixel. It is going to be the Jack off the board. No more tracking, and Nog is going to be able to rotate up the bottom of Spiral. Picks up Achieved not knowing that he was there. No foresight on that pulse monitor, but 45 seconds left on the clock. Still 4 defenders up in the hands of Accelerated Gaming. We'll see exactly how this one's going to go down now. Smoke grenades coming out. Oasis gonna start motioning inside of Piano, but another kill going to come out here. Schlongy's going to be able to pick up Nog. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Schlongy's going to go huge. Oh my goodness. 3 kills, and I think we're actually going to see all 3 of them right here. Yes, we are. That's a 3K kill cam, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, what a play from him.
Schlongy's a gunner through and through. We see it constantly from him. We more see it from him on the Jaeger than the Doc, but he does a pretty good fragging roll on no matter what he does. But now, that's going to be pretty disheartening for Vicious Gaming, because now they cannot win this game. It can only end in a tie, unfortunately for them. So, I mean, that's going to be pretty disheartening for you as a team, but you can bring this back. But the attacks have been very chaotic so far from Vicious Gaming. They're kind of all over the place. They kind of suffered because their early roam clear ended in complete disaster. And after that, it seemed they were just stuck around yellow stairs for forever. Until Nog rotated up Spiral, they were unable to really pick anyone from Accelerate.
No, not at all. And honestly, I think Vicious is having a little bit of a how do I say this? Pacing issue. They're having a little bit of a pacing issue where, like, it seems like they just all of a sudden get aggressive or are just super passive. Like, there's no in between. There isn't like, okay, we got the information, so we're gonna get aggressive here and get this, do this, this, and this. It's just like, okay, we're either full sending it or we're not sending it. Like, that's literally all they do. So I think they need to bring it back just a little bit, get a little bit more information, and start basing their moves off of that. I think it's going to help them out a lot.
Well, don't forget, they have also had a lot of roster change. We saw, initially we saw Nile come onto the roster, then he went off in terms of Nyanino, then Slapex got brought on as a coach. Now we have Oasis on instead of Nyanino, and now we have a sub in as well, in the form of Doodle. So there's been a lot of changes going on for Vicious Gaming recently, and Accelerate have had the opposite issue where they've kept the same roster and they've just worked with it. And earlier in the season they didn't have too much of a good time, but recently they've really started to pick it up a lot. And it's going to be Schlongy with a spawn kill. He really did it to them, and Nog already off the table. That's already looking terrible for Vicious Gaming right now.
I don't know which one to use. I don't know which one to use, or do we hate to see it or do we love to see it? I don't know.
I think Nog hates to see it.
I think Nog hates to see it too, but I would have loved to see it because that is a reflex spawn kill. But as the Buck is going to be going down extremely early, and by extremely early I mean in the first 5 seconds to that spawn kill, but we are going to be starting off just like we always do. Admin take, Rich is going to be on the Zofia this time around. We'll see if he is going to be able to make any headway. But with that early pick, there's going to be no nades, and there's going to be no drones coming out from Buck at all. So no useful utility coming out from him, which is really going to suck just because that skeleton key is so good. but they do still have Pixel that is going to help a lot with the roam game, and Rich is going to make good word on that as Achieved is going to be able to take him out. But Bio's going to go huge. Where even was he? He was the top of admin stairs. Is he going to go for 3? He's battling a Blackbeard. He broke his shield. He peeks again, but no. Oasis, so much practice on that Blackbeard. Going to be able to take out Bio on that, and he's going to get away with a lot of health as well. So that shield doing him justice right there. But it is only him and LoJax left to try and clean up this round, and he's got 3 to worry about, and they all have some of the most powerful guns on the defense. We got the K1A, we got the Carbine, and we got that LMG in the hands of Maestro. This is not looking too good for the offense, but I mean, if you are Blackbeard, all you need is a shield in front of your face. So we'll see if he's able to pick that one up. And as I say that, Nick's going to shoot Oasis right in his chest instead of his face and get that kill. So LoJax versus 3, minute left on the clock, 1 EMP grenade and a dream. We'll see if he can start things off right, as he is going to start pushing over to the top of admin stairs. Takes a little bit of peek, but Nick, with that little peek, is going to take his head off, and that is going to be a GG for Accelerate, as they are going to get those full points for taking the victory.
Disappointing, honestly, from Vicious Gaming's attacks. Clearly, Accelerate showed up. They were prepared. They knew what they wanted to do here. And yeah, they deserve the victory, definitely, on that. And I think a lot of Accelerate does tend to revolve around Achieved and Schlongy, and they definitely showed up today. So really well played by those guys. Really well played overall by Accelerate. Vicious Gaming is sent back to the draw board. We'll see them later today against Elephant Gang at 10 PM Eastern. I'm going to throw it to a little bit of a break here before we come back with our second match. We'll be right back. Stick around.
This love that you never started, you once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. This love that you never started, you once destroyed a broken heart that was already shattered. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. Holding on to what we have, you take us to the edge and back. Just stay. Just feel my heart inside. Our love can grow so bright. We found a way into the grace again. Let's not pretend our hearts have life again.
take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night. Erase all of these broken dreams and flight. And we'll fly. We'll fly away, away, away. Yeah, we'll fly. And we'll
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to NACL Playdays number 9 and 10. I'm your co-caster, Stokes, and I'm here with Sternab. I almost said main caster, but obviously this is on your channel, not mine, but that's a fine.
Yeah, that's
So,
right. You're
here
caster
with
number
Stern.
2, Stokes.
Yeah, caster number 2, even when I make the announcement that we're coming back, but it's fine. Goober Squad versus Nomads. We're back on console, ladies and gents. Hopefully we'll see Goober Squad be as strong as they were last week. They showed us a lot of really cool things, and hopefully Nomads is a lot stronger than they were last week, coming off not such a good streak on those last 2 playdays.
Yeah, I mean, Goober Squad have shown some interesting things lately, but Nomads have only lost 1 match so far. They're definitely one of the favorites to go into Pro League next season. They've had a very strong showing. I think they've honestly surprised quite a few people as well, because everyone went into this season of CL like looking at all the other teams in, and they were looking at Disrupt and Sinister, but Sinister hasn't really been doing that well, but Nomads have just stormed through so far. And we are going to see some fairly similar outbounds come out, except it's going to be the Jackal coming out from Nomads, kind of surprisingly on the attack. As I'm going to expect maybe Maestro or an Echo here from Nomads now. No, it's actually going to be the Valkyrie. I mean, we did make the point. I mean, we made the point every single time we cast Consulate, right? Is that Valkyrie is such a powerful operator on this and allows you to be very aggressive. It allows you to very easily deal with Blackbeard with just aggressive runouts as well. So having no Valkyrie on the board is probably going to affect quite a lot of the dynamic on the defense here and how aggressive that Nomads are going to be, which is kind of interesting how they were the ones who banned it.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm actually really surprised that they took that away from themselves on defense. But, you know, I mean, Nomads, they're all over the moon. They got that wisdom, so maybe it's just something I'm not seeing, you know. But they are going to be bringing out that Maestro and Echo, I can tell you that. And that is something we discussed the last time we casted Consulate as well. And just such a strong defensive setup. And actually, just as I say that, we are going to switch out for a more powerful cog in the hands of Doc, and Thomas going to be the one with that.
Yeah, some interesting stuff definitely going to come out here. We are seeing the IQ being brought by Kali, regardless of the fact that there is no there's no Valkyrie. But I mean, there's a possibility of Echo, right? There's a possibility of Legion. IQ is always a great addition here, and I was casting Benelux, and there was a lot of times where the Echo drone was getting away with a lot of stuff. He was getting away with a lot of plant denial, and yeah, it's just something that shouldn't be happening at this level.
I can definitely agree to that. I mean, it's relatively simple, right? If they play Echo, you play IQ. If they play Valkyrie, you play IQ. That's really just how it works. And it's not like IQ's a terrible op either. It's not like, oh, I just have to use her for her utility. It's not like Dokkaebi. You know what I mean? Like, Dokkaebi's really just got an ACOG on her DMR, and both of her secondaries are trash. So, I mean, you really just play her for the utility. With IQ, you have the 5.52 commando, and you have the AUG. So it's really just your choice of who you want to shoot with what. Such a great operator in the right hands and able to get rid of a lot of utility as well. But we are going to see, I mean, at this point, a regular setup for meeting room, which is that smoke over there sitting in the corner with the shield, those 2 reinforced walls, and another aggressive smoke play. What is that? Is there something in the water on consulate with smokes? What is this, Stern?
It's the the projector. It just gets into your head, and you just start to just peek everything as smoke. But yeah, Glitch is just gonna freaking delete Kali. Holy smokes! Just yeah, who does this? But yeah, it's just the smokes on Consulate today have been so aggressive, and Glitch is going to kick off the round with the first kill onto IQ. We was already just, I think we cast his curse so much, and it's unfortunate when it happens. We talked so much about how good the IQ pick was here, and then she just dies immediately. That's unfortunate, but flashbangs are going to go out onto the site, making sure there's no ADSs around in that area. Rainbow is going to be on that Jaeger, as he has done so much. Thomas is an interesting addition on this team, but he's had quite a lot of frag potential moving in on both Doc, Maestro. He's typically been able to play a lot of different operators, and think he's definitely done quite well on all of them. So I'm definitely interested to see how well Thomas does in this. Also, the Execration is one of the main fraggers as well. He does quite well for himself, but J9 is going to be able to refrag the smoke of Glitch. He goes down, that turns it into a 4v4.
Yes, it will, and Chef is going to be looking for the roamers down here. We do have Rainbow sitting down here in the little hallway next to benches, but he is going to get droned out now, and he's actually going to make it away. Is this going to be a double take right here? He goes and pre-fires the smoke, but he's not going to motion to go through it. Execration, though, is going to get Carnage with that Nitro cell from underneath. Chef going to pick up a kill of his own onto Rainbow, as the diffuser is going to start going down again, and Chef's going to go big with another one. Thomas going to be able to clean up Jenna. He's going to make this a 2v2 situation. He's looking to get that bomb plant down. Execration going to pick up one, and Thomas going to clean up the last one. Oh my goodness, a flurry of kills by those two right there. And those last dying seconds of the diffuser going down. Very clean round by Nomads, able to clean that one up.
A great retake coming out from Nomads. I think that they lost a little bit too many operators during the early part of that, and it was a good move from Chef to just smoke out all of the bench hallway and just try and move in and plant, because you could tell that Nomads weren't quite ready for that. But I think what saved that whole round was the beautiful Nitro from below from Execration. You got it all the way from kitchen, you see the hatch was actually open, and he set it up perfectly to deny that plant.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I was really waiting for Rainbow to just do a Stewie 2K-esque and just sprint through the smoke and try and get kills, because I would have loved to see it, honestly, but I knew it really wouldn't have worked out in the end just because Chef was holding that angle on the other side. But I would love to see it nonetheless. I mean, really, right there, they gave up that vertical control pretty early. Thomas was holding that soft angle, which Thomas typically does. Thomas is a pretty passive guy, you know what I mean, for the role that he plays with the team. So he is that guy that just try and supports with supporting angles, stuff like that. Unless on offense, he does do a little bit of roam clearance, things along those lines. But that upstairs defense really didn't help them that much that round. It got cleaned up pretty quickly, but they were able to make that rotate back up, and able to play the hatch up there was Thomas, and able to clean things up. So him playing that passive angle over in CEO actually really helped them out a lot.
Yeah, no, it definitely did. And again, we see a lot of this on Consulate, where if you don't have the vertical control as the attackers, it often gets used against you. And we see Thomas brought that to great effect. It is going to be all about, maybe not so much as a roam clear, but as just pushing roamers back to the site and getting them out of that top floor area. You don't necessarily have to kill them, but you do have to make sure they're not up there
5
anymore.
seconds left before insertion.
Yeah, absolutely. They had a pretty good clear up there. They got meeting room clear, but right after that, they just assumed it was empty. Just rotated down, tried to get the plant down, and it really didn't work out for them. Having Thomas up there with that ACOG, just able to clean up everything, including the man that ended up putting the bomb down. So Nomads is looking a lot better this week. Even by that last round, I casted, I believe, both of their well, obviously two of their matches last week, and they just did not look like Nomads at all. They looked very troubled. It just looked like not everything was firing on all cylinders at all. It looked like they weren't even in the car. So, I mean, definitely a lot better this week, and I'm hoping they can keep it up.
Yeah, I mean, they have been one of the most fearful leaders of CL so far. They dropped off a little bit last week. I think, honestly, most of that, like, going through the VOD review, it came down mostly to the way that the other teams were playing. I mean, Flawless, now known as Vicious Gaming, played it very, very fluently, and they were having the time of their lives on that match. And I talked to them afterwards, and you know, they were doing a lot of different stuff that they don't normally bring, and that kind of fluid strategy did work quite well against Nomads. So I'm kind of surprised that maybe we should see more of that from Goober. Maybe trying to do something a little bit different here. Kind of surprised we haven't seen a Blackbeard come out at all from Goober so far.
No Blackbeard coming out by Goober at all. But we might have a rematch here of Cali versus Glitch. We'll see who wins it this time. Cali already going to take a little bit of damage, but Glitch just about to take the same, as he is going to pop one of his toxic babes out there. And IQ is actually going to end up going down and dying to that. So Glitch, 2 for 2 on the balcony fights with Cali. Be able to clean that one up as well. But they are going to have the back of meeting room open now. Do have everyone poised to try and take this and get this bomb down. Chef is going to motion up inside of flag hallway. He's going to be able to smoke out rotation inside of connector as well. And both flaming arrows doing work right now, able to keep those angles. But Sour's going to go huge with 2 kills. 1 through smoke. He doesn't even need to see, ladies and gentlemen. Mush, though, going to be able to clean up execration as he tries to work his way out of that connector. Looks like they're going to go back to the drawing board, try and get a little bit more information. Mush going to be able to pick up one on the rainbow as well. And this is starting to get in winnable territory for the offense. They do still have to worry about Sour with that LMG, though. Such a dangerous weapon, as we've talked about before. Mush trying to check all these angles over here inside of CEO. He's really not going to find anyone. He does still have all of his lifeline utility, though. He's not going to be able to crawl through that hole either, as it did get deconstructed just a little bit awkwardly right there. Janon's not going to be able to find anything either. Nomad's playing this extremely smart. This is exactly what we have grown to expect from them, is this passive style of play once they know that they are in the driver's seat of that round. But as I say that, Glitch is going to take that peek, and he is going to get killed by Mush. And Mush going to be able to clean up 2. One with a pistol, and the diffuser is going to go down. This is a 2v1 situation. It's all the time. He's going to be able to clean up 1, but he's going to know where the other one is. No, Janon going to be laying on the floor. He's going to be able to clean that one up, hiding in the bodies of just random dead people. Just... oh my goodness.
That was a great performance from Thomas, though, because he actually did trade there, but fortunately the diffuser was already down, so the attackers do win that round. It is not a draw. Which, if it had been a draw, I think that would have been the first one we've actually seen in CL so far, like an actual draw round, not a draw game.
Yeah, those are really, really rare in Rainbow, just because of all the things that really go into it to make it a draw round, like we were just discussing. Since the diffuser was down, it's obviously an offensive win because they got the diffuser down, and since no one's there to defuse it, obviously it would go off. So there's a lot of different things that really go into it to try and affect it as a draw or not. But I mean, honestly, Thomas, that was a very, very nice shot on the second guy as well. I mean, it went all the way from aiming at head level to recognizing out the gentleman laying on the ground, Janon, and able to clean up that one as well, but that did not come to fruition since the diffuser was down. But Goober looking very, very good. I'm extremely happy. Just because, you know, earlier in the CL season, they were not playing too well. They had some roster changes. Carnage getting picked up, as well as another one. It's slipping my mind right now, but I know Stern will know. Who was the other person that got picked up for Goober? Was it Cali?
For Goober? Yeah, I think it was Cali.
I thought so. Okay. I just wanted to double check because I didn't want to say people were like, oh, you're wrong, Stokes.
Well, I'm probably wrong. We're probably all wrong, you know.
We're going to get roasted in chat.
Terrible casters, so yeah.
Terrible casters, don't even care about our own league.
We are going to move into round number 3, and again, from Nomads, we're seeing a Maestro every single round. This is something that last game, Vicious Gaming, is probably their biggest mistake. They never took a Maestro, and we've seen that Maestro used insanely effectively to just deny the deny the smoke plant going through. We already saw that from Sour, who got 2 kills in this hallway, one of them straight through smoke. LMG's deadly. Yeah, really would that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, oh my god.
Absolutely. As we're gonna, well, Consulate, 2 spawn kills today, ladies and gents. If you guys weren't here for the first map, we had one with a reflex sight, but by the gentleman playing Vigil. So, but Execration gonna pick up Janon, and that is gonna be a detriment to the offense. That's gonna be Thatcher off the board, ladies and gents. No EMP grenades, Maestros, Legions, and ADSs from Jaeger, all gonna be able to stay on the board extremely easily now, unless Callie's gonna be able to find them with that scanner on her wrist. But Callie doesn't seem too keen to want to go out there and try and play balcony anymore.
Flashbangs are going to come out into the console office. Execration is going to get completely full blinded, and Chef is going to be able to drone him out. Hopefully, this should be an easy kill into Execration here. Let's get revenge. As Chef still got the drone out. He still knows he's playing behind the bomb. He's going to try and peek it out and trying to contest Execration here. He can't find it, but Execration should find him. But no, he goes down for it. Rainbow takes Carly off the board. That's a 3v4. Not actually looking too good for Goober Squad here. They wasted a lot of time trying to get that kill into Execration, who is playing a very weird angle there.
Yes, he was, but Rainbow is definitely in the driver's seat of the B site right now. He really has everything going for him over here. No one's going to be able to really pick him off from any angle except that connector window, but Chef is going to go down. Chef's going to be able to get picked up outside, and they do still have plenty of time to do redrones and things along those lines in order to recognize out where people are. We do have one of the defensive ops sitting over inside of the bathroom. I do believe that is Sour on Maestro, but we do have Rainbow. Yes, it is going to be Sour as Maestro is sitting over inside of the bathroom, but we do have Rainbow sitting inside of the B site, and we have Glitch sitting in the connector. So they have everything poised to try and defend this B site right now. This does seem to be a yellow take is what they've opted for on Goober, but that is going to be an asphyxiating bolt down, and it really didn't do much. I mean, a little bit of utility waste right there, but Mush going to be able to pick up one through that toxic babe, and that is going to be Glitch off the board. No more toxic babies for anybody, as they are going to start to push up yellow. So connector dead. They do still have to worry about Sour inside of the bathroom. If he goes unnoticed, this could spell disaster, and it looks like that is exactly what's going to happen as the pre-fires are going to start coming out. That LMG has so much ammo. He actually has not started lighting anything up yet, but he is going to be able to find one as he is going to creep up on yellow, and that's going to be a flurry of kills from everybody on Nomads. I didn't even know that you could do that, so thank you, Sour, for notifying me that you could hop over that into that hole over there. So, you know, very cool stuff, but Nomad's going to be able to clean that up nonetheless. Is going to put them in the lead for right now.
Some incredible defenses coming out pretty much every single round from Nomads, and again, that Maestro has been so devastating, although I'm kind of surprised that he didn't pick up the Zofia, who just ran all the way across the desk.
Yeah, through the smoke.
Yeah, through the smoke. I'm so surprised that she didn't go down for that, but again, from Goober, I think they're relying on picks a little bit too much. You saw the amount of utility they put down, the amount of time that they wasted, the amount of drones that came out, just everything that came out to get that kill into Execration. He was playing just a really bad angle for him. They honestly didn't even have to deal with him that much.
No, they really, really didn't. And I think the hard thing for Goober Squad right now is they don't know really the cutoff for when a situation has gone awry and they need to make an adjustment, whether it be rotate around and try and go from a different angle or go from a different side of things, and or even re-drone. I mean, right there, they just more or less, they got to yellow, they sat there, they got a kill, and like, okay, well, we got a kill, so I guess like we got to go for it. And that is definitely not what they should have done at all. I mean, they really just played into the hands of Nomads right there. They had everything set up to deny a yellow take.
Yeah, they did. I mean, the most important part of that is, like, you know, Maestro's still on the board. We still got Maestro cams affecting this smoke play that's coming out time and time again from Goober Squad.
10 seconds left.
And it's honestly disappointing, the fact that Goober Squad maybe not using their utilities effectively as they should be, and they still not bringing that Blackbeard.
Cover the diffuser. Attackers are moving to defuse
You
the
know,
bomb.
maybe they're just against Blackbeard. I mean, that's a
What are you trying to say?
A lot of teams. I mean, you know exactly what I'm trying to say. Some teams just don't like him because he's just a toxic operator. Like, the man literally has a shield across his face. Some teams just they bring that rank ed whole you're playing Blackbeard into comp. I mean, that does happen. But I mean, as we were stating before, such a powerful operator. No matter what gun you use, you have that shield in front of your face. So, could you imagine? Now that I just said that, could you imagine having a shield on the Deagle?
Don't get me started.
Oh my goodness. But we are going to be starting round number 4, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ever so closer to that attacker-defender role swap, as Nomads has been playing pretty well on defense so far, looking like they have been revitalized since last week, which is good to hear. As Stern stated earlier, they are one of the top teams in CL, so it's good to see them back in form. We'll see if Goober Squad is able to keep up. They do already have one round on the board, and they are starting to drone out the top here. They are taking this extremely slow. The last couple rounds they've worked pretty quickly. This time around, not so much. And oh my goodness, Cali!
How does
What a
Kali just
shot
win that
was
fight? What?
he didn't even know where that was. He just like kind of shot and it just, what? Okay, I don't even know. Sour, no one's gonna be able to see that, Chef. Oh my goodness, a flurry of kills. Thomas getting picked up, and I don't even know what just happened, ladies and gentlemen. All I know is that Janon is the last man for Goober Squad, and everybody else is dead. Everyone is dead. Rainbow's alive. We have Doc alive. I really can't, it's Thomas. Couldn't really see the name there because Discord's so laggy sometimes, but 3 people alive, 1 for Goober Squad, 2 for Nomads. That was just an absolute cluster right there is what just happened, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if Janon's able to pick up this round. I'll bring it back from the ashes. Doesn't really look like that's going to work out too well for him, but we'll see if it does or not. The diffuser is down inside of A site, so he has to go get that first. It's the first thing on the to-do list for the clutching round on his notepad. So both of them are actually over inside of B site. He's going to go for the plant here. He hears them sprinting over inside of benches, though. He's going to rotate over inside of the hallway, but they have split up now. There is one inside of bathroom. Janon's going to opt for the pistol here. He is going to go for the reload. He's going to rotate right into Jaeger. Rainbow with a very heads-up play, able to rotate over there through lobby into antechamber and lastly into bathroom, and just use that C key to his advantage, able to pick up that round.
What just happened?
Usually I'm really good at breaking down those situations when things go super hellish, and that's usually why you toss it to me, but I have no idea. Like, I looked, that kill came out, the one that we actually saw, from Chef onto Maestro, and then after that everything just exploded. Like, it was just a hurricane of death just went through that entire site.
This again goes back to my point about if you don't have vertical control on Consulate, you're setting yourself up for failure in an attack. And that is exactly what happened. Is like Goober were unable to get that upstairs control quickly. They just seemed to just give up on it, and they just decided to smoke and rappel into piano and try and go for a plant there instead. At which point, everyone from Nomads just dropped down that hatch, and there was just chaos. Somehow, Nomads actually came off better for it, and I think it was mostly because of the placement of the defenders there. Is that, you know, they still had someone yellow, they had someone anti-chamber. There were so many angles that Goober had to cover to get that plant down effectively, and also on top of that, the smoke is in the way, and there's only one operator that on the attack can look through smoke, and he has not been picked so far, despite the fact he hasn't been banned on both games.
Yeah, not picked at all, which is extremely surprising. We'll see if they try and switch it up, at least Goober Squad, since this is going to be the last defensive round for Nomads. Like, once again, looking fantastic. I mean, that last round was just a blunder, so we really don't know exactly if that was, you know, Nomads just, you know, doing very well, or if everything just kind of got thrown at them and they just reacted pretty well. I really don't know. We really don't know. So
I'm still honestly so confused at the fact that there's been smokes brought every single time from Goober Squad in the form of Capital and Chef, and he's been doing pretty effectively with it. But yeah, no glass. We saw it in the last game as well. No glass there, despite the fact that Vicious Gaming were taking smokes quite a lot, honestly, during their attacks, and they just didn't bring glass, and I really just don't understand it, especially for that lobby take. And I think that Geo from EG really defines the glass take of lobby. With
Geo defines everything. Absolutely defines everything. But they are going to be open up every single panel here. You usually don't see this, as we just discussed the last game. It's usually either 1 and 3 or just the middle, but they are going to opt to try and open up the entire garage here. They are going to end up taking out Legion in the process of that. But yeah, I mean, unless there's something that we don't know and they just took away Glass's thermal scope and he's back to just the one that gets rid of dark corners, I don't really know. I don't really know, Stern. But we are going to have Rainbow on the flank here, and he's not playing his usual op, ladies and gentlemen. He is now on Vigil, which is such a fantastic roaming op, able to hide away from those drones. We'll see if he's able to change out this round. And I always love seeing what people play on Vigil for their secondary, just because that SMG-12 did get that nerf, and it does seem like Rainbow is going to be opted for that as well. So halfway through the round now, only one pick, and it is going to be on the Legion, which kind of sucks just because his utility is time-based. but nonetheless, he is going to be able to have at least 2 lesions down as the garage execute is going to start going down. Carnage is going to start going for the plan, but the nitro stuff from Sour is going to come out and be able to clean him up. Cal's going to clean up one, and Sour's going to be able to clean up another onto Cali. Cali going to be going down as Chef's going to get aggressive. That smoke nade's literally going to smack him right in his face as he's going to rotate around and try to pick up the man behind White Van. He's going to be able to pick up that one too. The call out not going to come through, and J9's going to be able to pick up Rainbow on the roam, so the attacker is going to be able to clean that one up. And it is going to be 3-2 in favor of Nomads going to the attacker-defender role swap.
Again, I'm just so confused at what's going on in these attack rounds. That all the utility just came down from Goober, and they all just ran into the site, and just so many people died, and I don't understand how they came off better for that, but maybe some poor positioning from Nomads, especially the smoke, should not have been that far up outside of cover.
Yeah, he literally just like walked up to the garage stairs and just like threw a smoke inside of the other smoke. Like, I understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to cut off anybody from pushing in, but Chef literally just took it to the face and just sprinted fully right into that man.
For those of you who don't know, in the chat, I do all the observing here, and then I screen share with Stokes. That's how we do it. And as soon as the smokes went down, I knew Chef is just going to push it because it's Chef.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the fuser.
I mean, you know, I really don't know what they have in EU to kind of compare to this same Stern. Or maybe you've heard it because, you know, you are kind of in touch with the kids nowadays.
Sure.
But sometimes you just got to send it. And that's exactly what happened right there. They just sent it. You just got to send it. I mean, you really do. I mean, it's either full send or no send. And Goober Squad, I mean, it's in the name, basically. You got to full send it, and that's exactly what they did, and it worked out for them. They were able to pick up the round. So.
It's been such a weird strategy coming out from Goober Squad time and time again. We've seen them with some maybe questionable plays, but they very heavily commit to just one side. We saw it from the last time that they attacked here, is that they all just kind of committed to the console windows. And I'm not sure, we said that, we weren't sure if that was the play, but yeah, as you said, sometimes you just gotta send it, sometimes you just have to commit, and it's worked out a couple of times now for Goober Squad, but they're gonna switch around to the defense, and I'm so glad we're finally seeing the Blackbeard coming out from Nomads.
The Blackbeard finally getting played, and Nomad's gonna be able to pick that one up. Hands of Glitch, and I mean, why not, honestly? I mean, Blackbeard, such a powerful op, but we're not going to see Glaz either. I guess it is kind of an either or because they both do really just hold those angles. So, but Glitch going to start things off right. Going to be able to pick up Chef in center desk as Pulse. We don't really exactly know what was going on there. Just trying to play a little bit of that vertical play with that Pulse monitor, but he's going to be able to get picked up by Glitch nonetheless. We are going to have the admin take start coming out now. A little bit of drone play from the boys of Nomads. They are going to be able to pop up the shield on top of admin as well. So, as the drones do start to go out, we'll see if... Honestly, I thought that was going to be mute with a shotgun right there, but no, they are going to have the MP5K with Mush. No shotgun play inside of the meeting room this time around, but we are going to have Janon over playing the top of yellow with that M870. So we'll see if he's able to try and hold that down over there. Goober Squad did a pretty good job of attacking this one time. The other time, that yellow take that they tried to do just did not work out, but Rainbow is literally going to walk up in sight, takes that one, but Carnage is immediately going to refrag it. And of all the men to talk about right now, Carnage, such a dangerous op. I mean, such a dangerous man within the hands of Jaeger.
We're going to add Carnage as the next stop in the game.
Absolutely.
He just peeks everything. That's his ability.
His only side is reflex.
Yeah. Carnage is going to get all the way in through onto the connector to try and deny the plant coming out from Nomads, and Janan's smoke does actually manage to find Sour, but that doesn't quite deny the plant just yet. X-Creation is trying to work on things here into the hallways. Can see that Maestro cam on the opposite side as nades are going to go through into connector from Thomas, unable to find the kill just yet, and they really need to deal with Carnage in connector if they want to stand a chance at putting this plant down. Glitch will drone him out, and his drone will go down. It's a 3v3, but we still have Glitch on the board on the Blackbeard. Shield got his shields up as well. Escalation moves into the plant. Flashbangs go out into the connector as well. All three flashbangs will be committed to that. Thomas goes for the pre-fire. Escalation still uncontested and will actually go for the plant down, but he goes down immediately for it. Kali takes him down. That's a 3v2, but Glitch is there in a very powerful position here on the window. Carnage goes down. Glitch still peeking out, but Kali just contests it. Glitch goes down. That's all down to Thomas now below to try and deny the deny the diffuser going down. But no, Thomas will go down. That vertical play used against him with J9's shotgun. Thomas will go down, and Goober Squad take round number 6 and even the score without 3 apiece.
Seems like they're pretty happy about that, as J9 is literally just flailing his mouse around everywhere. I'm pretty sure he just threw it off of his desk. But, I mean, very, very nice round from them. Great retake, especially against that Blackbeard. That repeat from Cali was insane. But nonetheless, able to pick that one up. Thomas with a very heads-up play, trying to rotate downstairs and play the vertical angle. But it really didn't work out for him. That shotgun able to find him all the way downstairs as well. So Goober Squad going to be able to tie this one up. And, I mean, Nomads has been looking very good. They're looking very, very good on defense. But, honestly, I think Goober Squad has just improved so much that we really, really just have a game on our hands.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. That Goober Squad definitely playing a little bit more together. And I think, again, this kind of point that I made last time is that Accelerate didn't have a great start to the season. But now that they've played every single team, we have the first part of the round robin go through, they know what to expect from other teams now. They played a little bit more together, and that's definitely true from Goober Squad. They're playing a lot better together now that they've been forced to do so for the last few play days. So there's a lot of that going on. But also, there's still no glass on the table. And I honestly just don't understand at this point anymore. Can you explain it to me, Soaks? You're the analyst here, right? You're the guy who's played comp. You know what's in their minds. You know what they're thinking about. Why is there no glass here?
Okay, so honestly, there's really no reasoning behind not bringing glass unless they really just don't want to play around it. That is one big thing, since glass is a pivotal operator. But the thing is, you have to play around glass in order for him to work. Everyone knows how dangerous the non-glass is. He can literally see through smoke, okay? But in order to use him to his full ability, you have to play around him with other smokes, whether it be Capital or Jackal or even Montang, and just bring additional smokes or to completely smoke out of sight. And really, when it comes down to it, that relatively is your only chance for that take, because once the smokes go away, he's just another guy with another gun, just he happens to be hunting for bananas instead of people.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, he definitely does, but we're not seeing a lot of that. Maybe a factor of that is the fact that there's a Maestro on the board every single time as well, coming out from Goober. Maybe Nomads don't want to play against that, and they're trying to rely on a little bit more of an aggressive take. We haven't really seen a huge amount of Capital from them, other than from Rainbow last round, but we're not seeing a Capital this time. He's be Rainbow instead on the Ying. Is just going to be able to get all the way to the bathroom. How is he doing? But Kali just says, no, 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 not today. He shuts down Rainbow with a beautiful headshot, and that's already the Ying off the board. That could have been devastating of a play there, but will not go through.
No, it will not. And right there, Rainbow, I mean, he is a master of the C key, ladies and gentlemen. But no, Sour is as well. He's going to be able to creep up inside the bathroom, pick up one. But Carnage going to be able to knock him down. He knocks out two. Carnage, is he going to be able to get away with this? Yes, he is, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't think he knows where the shots are coming from. He actually gets tagged up again, and he's still alive. The man is taking bullets, but he's not going to take that one, because he's finally going to get cleaned up from outside. Glitch on the Blackbeard, going to be able to clean up that one. Thomas, though, did a lot of damage, but did not come to fruition on that kill. Still plenty of time left on the board, as they are going to commence redroning the site. We do have Glitch on Repel on the anti-chamber window. And, I mean, Nomads is just one with the C key, ladies and gentlemen. By C key, I mean crouch, in case any of you were wondering. That is what I'm talking about. Just crouching up into sight with those silent little footsteps, and would really get up there and cause a lot of havoc. I'm really surprised Chef isn't trying to find people on that pulse monitor right now. Nothing really coming of that. Oh my goodness, Mush very close on those preemptive shots, but nothing going to land from either party. 36 seconds now, as we are looking to see where they are going to try and get aggressive. Mush still playing up top, and he is going to go to play the hatch, but he's going to end up falling down. So Piano completely open right now. We do still have Chef, as he is going to pick up one, but Thomas is immediately going to get the refrag. It's going to be Thomas inside a bathroom versus Mush. As I was going to say, Piano completely open, and they are going to get the diffuser down there. No one able to find out that they are going to be putting that bomb down. Mush knows that he's inside of this bathroom, and he's going to win it, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas going to get taken out. Mush going to pick up that round from the dust. to be able to clean that one off. 4-3 in favor of Goober Squad right now.
Defender mission successful.
Nomads are falling apart here. We saw such a stronger Nomads on the defense, but now their executes are kind of all over the place. I mean, we saw them kind of just rush into the site quite effectively. They had a lot of the stuff open. They had a lot of utility going down, but maybe not enough intel to actually get the kills that they need. And also, kind of just say that Carnage just ate so many bullets there in that piano.
As a one armor, like that was
And,
actually the most amount of bullets I've ever seen someone.
And
use
from two angles as well, because the Blackbeard was also shooting at him as well as Thomas on Buck on yellow. So there, yeah, he was getting shot at from every angle. I'm amazed he survived for as long as he did, and I'm really disappointed that the Ying didn't do as much as I thought, because I thought that Rainbow was going to get right up to that wall outside piano, and he was just going to throw his candelas. He was just going to go straight into bathroom, because if he had done that, I think it would have been a lot more successful in attack for Nomads there.
Yeah, most definitely. And another thing, I mean, that really surprised me later in the round, Blackbeard repels onto anti-chamber window, okay? If he would have done that earlier in the round and was able to cut off the rotation and hold that right there, really draw the attention of everybody, Rainbow's crep walk up inside of piano would have completely worked, and that rotation would have been cut off. So if he got in that gunfight and rotated out, easy kill for Blackbeard. I'm really surprised. Nomads usually on their offenses has everything kind of clean cut, you know what I mean? They have it, okay, I'm gonna push him here, he's gonna get pushed into this guy if he's able to get away from me, and he's gonna be able to clean up that kill for me. And we really haven't seen any of that from their offensive play so far.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the attacking executes do a lot come down to be able to set up for those refrags and just accept the inevitability that one man cannot kill every single person on the other team despite his best chances, and it is going to be coming down to a lot of the refrags, and it was going really well for them as they started to push into the bathroom, but then a flurry of refrags came out from Goober Squad, and they still had control of the upstairs, and I think that was a big misplay as well, that somehow we had the Legion be able to rotate all the way back upstairs, and I think there's a big problem. Especially when you have a Buck on the board from Nomads, it's like that Buck should be playing a little bit more aggressive on the vertical play, considering that most of this floor is destructible.
Yeah, most of that floor is, especially on that third floor as you were just looking at. So, I mean, really weird coming out from them, but I mean, maybe they are just kind of having an off day on that offense. Their defense looks so good, as you had stated before, but Goober Squad looking even better. I mean, they're looking extremely strong right now, playing together fantastically. So we'll see if they are able to keep that up, or if Nomads is going to be able to make the adjustment. It looks like they are already trying to make the adjustment right now, as we are going to have Thomas starting all the way up top. They are attacking Garage, so we'll see if Thomas will open up that extremely long angle over here. It does look like that's where he's motioning for right now. He's actually going to opt to drone out piano first. And we do have one defensive operator playing inside of the bathroom, but it is going to be muted. And he is going to be playing deep inside of those stalls as well. Sour actually going to be able to hide up near, wait for the rotation outside of the bathroom. And as we are going to see the walls get blown open, it is going to be Mush on mute. And he's kind of just all by his lonesome up here. He's going to try and waste as much time as possible. The pre-fire going to come out, but it's not going to connect. The bad thing is here, the walls that are soft are going to be extremely dangerous. If Buck opts to open up that wall above the hatch, right when Mush goes to drop, he can get taken out. Is exactly what's going to happen right here, as he's going to go for the gunfight, but Thomas is going to clean him up, and he's going to get away with such a minuscule amount of health. Though Carnage is going to go for the rotation, but Execration with a very well placed shot right through the wall on the Carnage. It is going to be dangerous. Ops on the board off now for Goober Squad, so they're gonna have to try and play some extremely hard defense here. Is Chef gonna be able to get this kill? Yes, he is. It's gonna be glitch off the board. No more Blackbeard for Nomads. Thomas hasn't been reset either, so Thomas is still gonna be very low on the offense as well. And Sour, though, at full health, not anymore. Chef with a very nice shot with that MP7, gonna be able to clean him up. And Chef is putting in the work right now to try and clean up this round for Goober Squad. Was not looking too good there for a second, but things are looking good now. Does not look like Chef's gonna be able to get around. Oh my goodness, Rainbow! Don't peek the man. He is on a tangent, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas going down. Who needs a team when you've got a chef, ladies and gentlemen? He's cooking in the kitchen. Is he gonna be able to get the ace? It's all up to Execration against 3. He doesn't have time, and Kali is going to be able to clean that one up. Oh my goodness, they're on match point now. Goober Squad looking so clean.
There's 3 words for that round that I think you'll agree sum it up. Who's peaking Chef?
Well,
Because
I can tell you not Rainbow.
Every
that was
single
gross.
person that peaked him just immediately got domed.
Oh my goodness.
I don't understand how you do that with a hollow sight bandit from that range, but yeah, Chef is crazy. He did insanely well on the roam, and again, still roamers on the board, still vertical control into the form of defenders, constantly hurting the attackers here when they're desperately trying to get that control. And Goober Squad have actually guaranteed themselves at least 1 point here. Could we see them defeat Nomads here? They only need 1 more round. Nomads, a couple of rounds away from bringing this into a draw, but there's a very fluid playstyle coming out from Goober Squad. And as you said, that Nomads have this very clear-cut attack strategy where they know pretty much what should happen during that round, and they do set for the refrags. But we're seeing Goober Squad not just play aggressively, but very fluidly slow. They're playing all over the place. We see Chef rotate all the way upstairs halfway through the round. They're playing so out of the way, and I think it's really throwing Nomads off their game. Not just that, but the fact that we've seen such good gunplay coming out from every member of Goober Squad so far is definitely pushing them through these rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, honestly, I'll bring up this point right here. Goober Squad is playing extremely flexible, and they're relying on their gunplay, like you were saying. And everyone that when you talk about comp, a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, teammates, strategy, boom. That's what all of comp is about. That is it. We strategize and we push and all of that."
Yeah, just adapt.
I mean, something that happened recently, and I'm sure Stern is kind of getting the gist of what I'm about to bring up. The Obey game for the U.S. Nationals against Strength was just a clear showing of what just pure fire ranked gunplay can do to a team that has strats and tries to clean cut do things and doesn't really respond flexible until like they understand they're in a dire situation. And it pushed Obey to the absolute brink. Both matches went to overtime, and it was just a bunch of gunners. Just a bunch of gunners from Xbox that switched to PC and was like, okay, we're going to play Obey, and just tried to slam them as much as possible. There were so many spawn kills in that game, it was insane. But Goober Squad not exactly following that blueprint to a T, but you can definitely see remnants of that. Okay, we're just going to try and rely on our gunplay to get us through this, and it's working out beautifully for them. All the way up to the point of Chef is literally pushed up 2 admin windows right now as Vigil. We'll see if this one's going to work out for him. He's not going to get droned out anymore. I believe they think he's on a different floor, but the Zofia is going to be able to mark out that he is there. Is he going to get the flick? Yes! Sour not able to find him, ladies and gentlemen. Chef has been on an absolute tangent. Is he going to go for 2? Oh my goodness! No, he's going to get cleaned up by Rainbow. Rainbow with a melee kill, and then he's going to be able to clean up his Chef as well. Blackbeard was in such a bad spot there for a second, but Glitch is going to get away with his life. And Nomads seems like they are going to try and bring back their refrag potential. That is one thing that they were having a lot of trouble with in these previous rounds. A lot of solo pushing by them onto roamers, which is not like them at all. It seems like they are going back to trying to get a little bit more information before trying to push things.
There's no barbed wire on Visa Stairs, and that is the main reason Mush just died there. And if there were barbed wire there, I think they could have held down admin for a lot longer time, but Rainbow just runs up those stairs, he nice Mush, he gets killed into Chef, and now they've lost complete control of admin, something they could have held for a lot longer, but they have taken Sour off the board. That's a good pick. I'm not sure if it's going to matter too much, and I don't think it was worth the 2 picks that they just got from it.
No, not at all. And I mean, really the only one that's utility is really wasted is going to be that Vigil, but you do have Mush with that Nitro Cell as well, and you're not going to have anybody inside of meeting room now. Kali, though, with that LMG, he's been so dangerous with it before, and Glitch has relatively no health, especially to a Maestro. So we'll see if that LMG is able to do what it did last time and clean him up. 38 seconds left on the clock, ladies and gents, as we are going to see how this execution is going to try and go through now. We do have everyone just holding angles on the meeting room. We have Rainbow pushing on top of Spiral. Smoke Nade going to come out, not really do much except disperse people as the plan is going to start going down. Rainbow is taking a lot of damage. He's down to 1 health. Kali is going to be able to start off things right for his team as Thomas is going to get picked up, but Glitch is going to be able to pick up Carnage as the diffuser is going to go down. And what a shot from Execration! Gonna leave Janon all alone. SMG 11 in hand, and that is not gonna be enough. Execration gonna pick up 2. He's gonna put Nomads within striking distance to make this a draw.
This is not going the way that I was expecting it to go. Nomads have kind of just been falling apart recently, but in that round, as you said, they picked it up a lot better. They had a lot more trade potential, and I think that round was basically made in the admin takes that happened. That
Absolutely.
Chef was playing so aggressively there, and he was relying on Mush to stop any Visa push, but not sure what Mush was looking at there to allow Rainbow to run all the way up the stairs and knife him. But I'm gonna guess that he was looking at the windows, or he was looking at Spiral, and that's probably why he died. But again, no barbed wire on Visa stairs. Like that's how you hold that upstairs area. You need barbed wire on those stairs, and if you're gonna play so aggressively in that office area, you need that. And I think that Goober Squad are starting to come at you, as we said, kind of, I don't want to say ranked play style, but very fluid sort of play style and very aggressive and relying on gunplay. It's starting to show cracks in the setup as well. Like, Nomads have strats, sometimes that goes against them, but on their defenses we saw that definitely went into their favor because they knew exactly what they wanted to do, they knew exactly how they wanted to set up the site. And now we're starting to see the cracks in Goober Squad from where potentially less of a strat relying is starting to hurt them a little bit.
Yeah, and it might even just be a comfortability sort of thing. I think Goober Squad just got a little bit too comfortable with what was going on with Nomads. You still got to recognize how this is Challenger League. Nobody in this league is going to be an absolute slump squad. There's not going to be someone that's going to lay down and just let you do whatever you want to do. If you do try and get a little bit too overzealous with what you're trying to do, they will punish you for that, and that's exactly what Nomads did right there. Excuse me, Chef getting a little bit too overzealous, ends up getting punished for that, and honestly costing his team the round right there.
Yeah, I do want to throw back just a little bit to what we were talking about last round, is the Strength versus Obey game. This does have a few dynamics with that. Obviously, Nomads isn't on the same level as Obey, but there are definitely comparisons there, and I just want to say I'm really surprised that Strength didn't even win that game, and maybe we're actually going to see this from Nomads now, that they might be able to take this to overtime, just because they're starting to pick up the slack a little bit, they're starting to get used to Goober Squad's play style, and they're starting to play against it.
Take it a draw.
Yeah.
Take it a draw.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, like, you look at that... Sorry, yeah.
I got really excited.
I'm just wishful thinking, you know?
Yeah,
But, I think it's just one of those things where it's that Obey started doing that on this map as well, where they were constantly looking at windows, expecting just everyone to just start jumping out on them. Maybe we should have seen a little bit more aggression coming out from Goober, and I'm certainly surprised that we've not seen an echo from them to support that aggression.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually really surprising the lack of information ops we've seen tonight on console of all maps. I mean, the map is plenty big in order to want those information ops from Pulse and from Maestro and all of those, and just nothing tonight coming out. No echo, no anything. But Thomas is going to start things off right in order to try and pick up this draw. He is going to be able to pick up Chef on the castle. That, once again, that Chef has been having a hot gun for the last couple rounds, so that is going to be a very, very big pick, even though he is going to be using the ump on castle, obviously. But Thomas moved all the way up inside of Flag Hall. If Carnage can come alive right now, he has not been having too hot of a game, but he definitely does have a hot hand in those clutch situations. Is he going to be able to pick it up this round? Who knows? It was a very close call with Thomas right there. Carnage not going to take any damage, but he is going to put a little bit extra damage onto Thomas. They do have all of the vertical play right now, but they have a lot of ops set up in order to try and counter these drops and this plant from going down. So we'll see if they are able to try and stop this. Callie, a little bit of damage done to him. He got a shot at from outside by Glitch. 45 seconds left on the clock. This is the time where we're going to start to see the smokes and utility go down, as they are going to try and get things rolling inside of sight. Mush, is he going to walk into the play?
Oh my god, Mush is blind! Oh no.
No! That was the round practically right there. It's going to be all up to Carnage. He's going to be able to pick one, but he's got plenty more to find, and no. Thomas is going to pick up Kali. Oh my goodness, Rainbow getting that final kill right there. And Yeah. Okay, I already know which one you hate to see it.
Oh my god.
You just it was I was literally holding my face. That's how I was like, no, no.
I
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
sorry. I know Moshi's probably gonna watch this back, and I'm pretty sure he's devastated by the fact, but he was literally staring at it. It was right there in front of him, and he just let it kill him. And I feel like the round would have gone completely differently if he hadn't done that. But wow, what an emotional last round there. Unfortunately, Nomads will actually bring it into a draw. No win for Goober Squad today, but I mean, you got to come away from that pretty happy. I mean, Goober Squad has definitely not had a great season so far. To draw against a team like Nomads this late into the season, you got to be looking at that like going, yeah, we're pretty happy with that. However, that is going to be all for this game. We are going to be back in about 10 minutes or so with our third game of the night. We're going to see Elephant Gang, who are going to take on Vicious Gaming, previously known as Flawless. Let's see if they can take it. Let's see how it does go down. We'll be right back.
Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night. Erase all of these broken dreams and flight. And we'll fly.
when I'm burning like fire and you are cold as ice. I'm drawn in desire and you have to think twice. It's hard to keep smiling when I try to set things straight. You don't even listen. I'm just getting late, like you're on a mission. Drawn in desire, and you have to think twice. You make me weak. You're the one I see, and I hate that I love you. I hate that I love you. If I could, and I would, carve out your heart, carve out your heart, and I recast it, and I recast it. It's hard to keep smiling when you're closing every door. I'm trying to open. I tell you love you more, and you say it's broken. You make me weak. You're the one I see, and I hate that I love you. I hate that I love you. If I could, and I would, carve out your heart, carve out your heart, and I recast it, and I recast it. It's hard to keep smiling when you're closing every door. I'm trying to open. I tell you love you more, and you say it's broken. But it wouldn't mend mine.
You make me feel like home. You turn around, I feel the breeze over me. You watch your dreams unfold. Let it come around and let it breathe over me. It's time to go away into the light. I feel the coming know it's time to go away into the light. I feel the calming energy. I see the darkness coming, and I'm calling you to help me set me free. I'm calling for you. I'm calling for you.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the North American Challenger League Season 8, Playday 10 now, actually, as we get into Elephant Gang versus Vicious Gaming, and I'm just going to blame Stokes immediately for this. You didn't update the overlay when I said that the teams were the wrong sides. So
You said you didn't know.
You're going to do that
You
right
said
now.
you didn't.
You're
You
going to
said
do
you
that
didn't
right
know.
now!
You said you didn't know.
So, we're going to get into Vicious Gaming versus Elephant Gang here, as Vicious Gaming are going to start on the attack, as I did mention during the lobby. But we are going to see Glaz and Maverick.
I don't really know. The Excel sheet was also wrong, by the way.
Okay,
so, anyways,
let's not point
let's
fingers.
blame Vets. It's all Vets' fault.
Let's get into Clubhouse here. So we are going to see Glaz, Maverick, and Amira as our bands so far here on Clubhouse, which Stokes also has to fill in.
I'm actually gonna fight you. Like right when I get to EU, we're boxing 100%.
Here's the Elf Gang with the final ban here. I would expect an Echo ban from them, but I know that they also play a decent amount of Echo on this map, so it'd be interesting to see what they actually ban out here. Maybe see a Pulse. Pulse quite a common ban here as well. I think there's a myriad of operators you can ban here on Clubhouse, honestly. So it's going to be the Maestro, which is kind of surprising considering that I know K9 plays a decent amount of Maestro on here. What's interesting is the last time that Vicious and Gaming and Elephant Gang played against each other, it was a draw, which I think was quite surprising to a lot of people. But the last time that I remember that they played on Clubhouse, during the qualifier playoffs, during the actual playoffs for Challenger League qualifiers, Vicious Gaming actually beat Elephant Gang here on Clubhouse 6-2. So maybe, I mean, I know that these teams were very, very different back then. There was a few different roster changes. I mean, that was back when Super was on Elephant Gang, of course. So maybe it won't go quite that way. Maybe it will. We'll find out how it does go down as we move into round number 1. What do you think of the op ban so far? I mean, Maverick is a pretty obvious ban here, but I'm kind of surprised that Mirror got banned.
Honestly, I'm surprised that Lion got let through, especially just because of Elephant Gang. Like, there's a lot of former pros on that roster, and a lot of pros do not like playing against Lion.
Well,
so I'm honestly surprised that that made it through. I know that Glaz is an extremely powerful operator, but I mean, this is one other thing about bans that really surprised me. So you ban Maestro, okay, after Glaz, right? So I don't really understand why Maestro is getting taken away when, you know, there's a Glaz ban already in order. Like, there's a lot of things that has never really made sense to me. Like, Glaz is already banned, but you ban Maestro. That really is never, you know, connected as to why, especially when Elephant Gang has such prominent people with it. So, but besides that point,
I'm honestly not too surprised to see Lion make it through the bans, considering that Elephant Gang play a lot, and in particularly K9 plays a lot of Lion, and he plays it very, very well indeed. So I'm not too surprised to see that. I like this mute jammer setup from Trippin. I think they know that Lion's here, right? So he's just kind of made a lion of mute jammers here for himself.
Yeah, literally a line of mute jammers and ADSs. So he's actually going to be able to move all the way across this entire catwalk without having to worry about that EE1D. So we'll see if he's able to do anything with that. Plenty of nade protection as well. He is going to get droned out, though. Does not have any of those mutes down by the door, so those are going to be able to come through and at least to the top of the staircase. As their Vicious Gaming is trying to just dissect what's going on right now, because I mean, I've surely never seen anybody do this, so it's definitely going to be surprising if they've seen anybody do this. They are going to be able to get that little bit of vertical play from Zofia to make sure there's no batteries on the server wall, so that is going to be opened up. So Trippin is officially going to be more or less locked on the side of the garage, so they're going to have to either kill him or just completely abandon it and hold the window up top for his rotate. So we'll see exactly what they're going to do here, but Avian's going to start things off right for the side of Elephant Gang, as he is going to take out Oasis on that Thermite, and that is going to be Diffuser as well, so that is not going to be very, very good. But LoJack's going to be able to pick up Bandit as he is going to peek out Avian, getting taken out. They'll try to make the aggressive play. Rich going to make it through that though, but Trippin's going to get his kill finally on top of Catwalk. His Nog is going to go down. So this is working out pretty well so far for the boys of Elephant Gang. I particularly like that Catwalk strat. That's actually such a cool concept.
Yeah, it has going pretty well for them so far, and the line charges are going to go out, but that's the last E1D gun down already from Pixel, and they've still been unable to dislodge Trippin from the garage area, and it's going to be Pixel who goes down for it as well. Leave it all into the hands of LoJax and Rich to try and bring it in. Trippin is going to peek out, but he's not going to realize what? How does he not go down? Trippin just eats so many bullets into his back there. Rich unable to find the kill just yet. It is going to be a 2v4. Hopefully Pixel should actually be able to get revived here by LoJax and even the score out just a little bit, but 50 seconds left to go on the table, and already huge amounts of utility off the board for Vicious Gaming. They're going to have a pretty hard time actually moving in here to try and secure these kills. 40 seconds left to go. We've still got both Echo drones on the table as well from K9. He's going to be able to do quite a lot of damage here. Trippin just peeks it out. He takes Rich off the table to a 2v4. He's going to leave it all to the hands of Pixel and LoJax to bring it in. And as I said, there's like no utility here for Vicious Gaming. They're going to have to just rely on these frags and try and find these fights if they want to bring it in. Diffuser is going to get recovered, and Trippin goes down for it as he tries to pick it out. LoJax secures that kill and does secure the garage entry with 15 seconds left to go on the clock. They just don't have time to actually get into the objective. Pixel trying to find the frags desperately, but we'll see that Ghost is just playing very safe with the shotgun. He picks it out, takes him down. K9 takes down LoJax, and Elephant Gang take round number 1 in a very nice defense, but honestly a little bit closer than it needed to be.
Yeah, definitely a little bit closer. A little bit close for comfort on that one, but Elephant Gang able to keep their cool, which is exactly what we expect from these guys. Just very cool, calm, and collected team, able to pick up that first round there. So Vicious Gaming, I will give them this. That was definitely a very peculiar strat to pick apart, and they did a very, very good job of being able to establish exactly what they needed and how to get control of what they did need. But in the end, it really didn't work out too well for them. So let's see if this time around they'll be able to dissect it just a little bit faster. We are going to have Trippin back on that mute, and you're more than likely going to see Trippin or one of the cast of characters from Elephant Gang playing mute the entire time, just due to the fact of Lion being on the board, and that is going to be more or less their direct counter to try and keep their movement up while those EE1Ds are going on. You never really expect someone to peek you when an EE1D is going off, so definitely going to be a surprise for anyone trying to peek around those corners from Vicious Gaming. We are going to see how they're going to be setting up the gym bedroom.
So my main criticism of this gym bedroom defense already is that there's no castle on the board from Elephant Gang, and I think it's a big mistake because it's kind of hard to keep control of Jacuzzi Wall if you don't have a castle, maybe a shield, and ADS is going down as well. I don't know, what do you think about this setup so far, looking at what they're doing?
I mean, honestly, there's a lot of different ways you can set up this room, and I always like to see exactly what Neptunes is doing right here inside of weights. This is more or less the most practical way to try and set up this room right here with those footholds in order to play it from the other side. You can hold a lot of those angles from the back, laying down behind the bomb, so on and so forth, and it makes it extremely hard to try and execute onto that site. So more or less you have to push from server, get control of that construction, and try and get those entry frags into the bathroom as well as the back of the master bedroom site in order to try and take this. And with the cast of characters that we have on Elephant Gang, it's definitely going to be a tall task for Vicious. They have a lot of people to go through, but Nog already getting aggressive over here inside of server. That can open a hole into the wall as well as opening the window. The drone is going to come out. So they're trying to get aggressive onto construction, trying to get that as fast as possible, which is going to give them plenty of time to try and make this happen. And the drone come out from Rich right now as they are going to motion over towards Armory. Oasis looking to see if he's going to be able to get Jacuzzi open. Not look to be muted as the EE1D is going to come out, so this is going to stop anybody from trying to come up and bandit trick, even though there is no bandit available right now for Elephant Gang. So it is going to be opened up. We are going to have a fully reinforced bathroom, so Avian is going to be able to play pretty safe inside of there. They are just trying to go in, they are going to try and delay as much as possible and try and force them to push into weights.
Yeah, and honestly, kind of confusing there's no bandit on the table, but maybe that's not the play because you don't have the castle, you don't have the Jaeger ADS is going down in this hallway, so it's kind of impossible to train holding Jacuzzis. And yeah, Elephant Gang are playing around that. They know they can't hold on to Jacuzzi wall, so instead they're going to be playing very safe in the bathroom, relying on the echo and relying on the smoke to deny the plant instead. And we're playing a lot of people here in logistics as well.
Yes, we are, and this could get very, very dangerous for Elephant Gang if they do not have anyone play that staircase correctly. But Avian going to start it off, taking out Nog. But Oasis does still have one charge. This is exactly what I was going to talk about. He is going to be able to thermite open the bathroom right here. Valkyrie is going to be able to see that charge from the other side, obviously. But Oasis is going to try and cut off her rotation out as he's actually just going to walk into sight now. But he is going to get echoed, so he has to know that he's coming. He's actually going to end up downing Avian. Avian going out. LoJack's going to be able to cut off the rotation from the staircase. Pixel going to pick up 2 now, going huge on the Ghost and Neptunes. And K9 and Trippin are the last 2 alive. Is he going to be able to pick up anyone? Yes, he is. Trippin going to pick up 1 as well. But Pixel going to be able to clean up another. He's been huge this round. It's a 3K for him. Trippin's all alone. Diffuser starts to go down now. Is he going to be able to pick up 1? Yes, he is. But it's going to be all up to Pixel. And he's going to be laying on the ground. Has half health here. But Trippin's got all of that HP to go through. He is going to see him get fully sprinted. He's going to put his head down to try and avoid the headshot. He's literally fully sprinting down the staircase, and Pixel is chasing him. Is he going to get the kill? No! It's a dine and dash from Trippin, and he's going to win it.
It's like something out of Scooby-Doo right there at the end.
It's like mad siblings chasing each other. I don't... What just happened?
I think Trippin played that really well, though. Like, the knowledge that he's not going to put the diffuser down. He clearly doesn't have the diffuser if he's chasing me so far. So let's send him on a merry chase and let's go all the way downstairs instead. Really well played coming out from Elf Gang there. Do take round number 2, and they've won gym bedroom, so they're going to go downstairs into church. But I think I was kind of initially confused at the lack of a bandit, considering they did ban the Maverick. So kind of does allow you to bandit trick still, but there is that thought, right, of that they want them to actually open up Jacuzzi, right, so that they can open up their own flanks into that. And if you try and funnel someone in and you know what the attackers are going to do because you give them an easy area, maybe they're not going to attack someone else. And I think they're vicious. They took the opportunity and they took the bait and they walked to Jacuzzi, exactly what Alpha Gang wanted them to do, because they had so much commitment to logistics that was not contested at all from Vicious.
No contention at all, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, we'll see if they try and bring it back like this time around, but Vicious really had everything they needed to try and get that bomb down. I think what really happened there is they just didn't set up appropriately to try and get the diffuser down. They weren't holding the appropriate angles, they didn't have the staircase cut off, and they didn't know anyone was inside of logistics, which really punished them. I mean, K9 able to come off with a handful of kills that were very defining of that round. So we'll see if Vicious is going to be able to mix things up a little bit. But something that's really just grinding me right now is that Mute's getting played every single round by E-Gang, but we have not seen that much Thatcher play come out from Vicious.
I wouldn't say that's true. We've seen Thatcher come out both the earlier rounds, but
it was one round. It was the last round.
No, LoJack's played Thatcher on the first round as well.
You can't confirm that.
Yes,
didn't have
I
it.
can actually.
Clipster didn't
Chat,
have it.
please confirm this, because he did definitely play. Because I remember Avian, for whatever reason, as Bandit, he just ran out of the east wall and he got domed.
We'll go with this for the first round. It really didn't have any effect on it because literally all of those mutes on top of the catwalk stayed alive. There you go.
That's true. I will agree
It
with
was
that.
so little that I didn't even notice that Thatcher was there. There you go. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So, as they are going to start motioning down blue, they are going to spot out that Ghost is playing back here. So they are going to recognize now that they are going to have to deal with him if they choose to push that way. Looks like we are going to have all ops downstairs. No roam game opted for the boys of E-Gang this time around, as they have been so prominent on these rounds before.
Yeah, and you know, Book is going to be brought here, and the fact that you have map control so early on should allow Nog to do quite a lot with this, opening up angles, opening up the rotates, and just holding them down and be able to deny any of those as the rest of the execute comes through. But again, it seems like they're going to have this classic syndrome of open up every single sightline, not get a single pick from it, rely on the picks way too much, and then it's 30 seconds left to go, and you're left with nothing on the board.
A bomb has been located.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, every single one of these rounds has just been them getting the open angles, getting the picks, and then just nothing comes to fruition. And it's very daunting to watch, because you're just like, okay, yeah, this is their round, and then it just all falls apart. You're like, how did that even happen? We're actually gonna have Nog take a little bit of damage from the thermite charge, which
He impact tricked it.
actually was the impact. He impact tricked it with the little So good stuff coming out from E-Gang. Such a very, very cool spot that was found. And that was actually found pretty recently, that you could actually impact under that little silver tray instead of kitchen to stop that. Which is very, very cool. Very, very cool spot. We are going to have K9 though, and we'll stop anybody from coming down blue. And E-Gang has been playing such good denial this entire map so far. And really, it seems like Elephant Gang has practiced up Clubhouse since that last match with Vicious on this map. As Stern previously stated, Vicious won this 6-2 the last time. Elephant Gang already has those 2 rounds, but Vicious doesn't have any. So we'll see if they are able to change that this time around. Lowjack's going to pick up one, Rich going to pick up another. So it looks like they are going to be able to pick up a couple. Pixel going to pick up one, as well as just a flurry of kills is going to come out. The E1D is finally going to expire. K9 is still up on the board, and he is going to be able to knock down possibly both of them, as the plant is going to have to try and go down, as that kick is going to save the life there just for a second. He is going to be able to bomb plant just at the last couple seconds right there. And Elephant Gang going to make it out with 3 rounds so far.
I like how K9 played K9 that entire round.
I wasn't going to talk about it. I was going to let you do it because I know how you love your puns.
I love it, man. I love it. But yeah, he did really successfully there. And I think, again, what I said earlier definitely came to fruition there, just at the end, because Vicious Gaming had complete map control within a minute, and it didn't really seem like they did anything with it. In fact, if anything, it kind of went against them, because impact traits came out, and they lost a thermite charge completely unnecessarily, when Nog could have pretty easily denied that and taken him out, considering he was on the book. Potentially should have opened up a little more sightlines for himself and tried to deny the impact trick, but regardless, it did come through. Really well played from the Legion that time, which I believe was Neptune's. So really well played from him. But yeah, this is a disaster for Vicious Gaming so far. We are going to go back to that CCTV cache room, and I'm interested to see if Elephant Gang is particularly tripping if they do run that same defense.
Yeah, we'll see if they try and set that up. That might have been just a little bit of a niche thing. We'll see if that was just kind of one of those opening strategies. You're like, hey, let's just try and throw them for a loop here. Might have even just been tripping like, hey, I just want to throw all these mutes here because I know they're going to play Lion. We'll see how it works. Because I've had a couple of conversations with a couple of guys from E-Game, and a lot of their stuff literally is just like, yeah, we kind of know that they're going to do this. So it's like, hey, well, can we do that mid-round? All right, cool, we're going to do this. And, I mean, it worked out for them. I mean, they're undefeated in CL. Either a draw or a win every single time.
No, they have lost one match.
Why do you do this?
I brought it up. I said it.
You put these thoughts in my head. And
I said I thought they were undefeated, and then I said, no, actually, I'm wrong. They have lost one game.
Nah, it's Stern. It was all Stern's fault. Stern told me they were undefeated. Don't let him lie to you guys. Fake news. Anyways, Trippin gonna be doing the exact same thing with that beautiful black ice camo. Gonna be playing up there in top of the catwalk of garage. See if it works out the same for them as it did last time. They've been looking so strong on this defense. Definitely been practicing a little bit on this map. And honestly, I love this setup that they have for this site. A lot of cross angles, just everything that you really want of a good defensive setup.
I prefer this attack, though, coming out from Vicious, that they've recognized that that East push just did not work out for them. They already have control of logistics and bedroom, and they're just moving all the way in here. They recognize that construction is reinforced. And honestly, this is a little bit of a better push. I mean, recognize that most of Elephant Gang's utility has actually gone down in the garage area, and just push the other way instead.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a good strategy to recognize out that something just completely got stopped the last time, and to try and make that rotate, and we'll try to make that change in order to make it work this time around. So really heads up play coming out from Vicious. I like to see that little bit of flexibility that they're using instead of just falling into the same status quo and just trying to force one thing to work. We'll see if they are able to pick it up this time around. Nagi is going to recognize out the soft wall, and that is going to be a huge thing for a Buck player, as he is going to knock open that entire wall and be able to make that rotate. Pixel to be outside on the balcony, holding down the opposite site window. Beat window going to be in control of him, as he is going to be able to cut off the rotations from Garage. And things have slowed down just a little bit for Vicious Gaming. This is that part where they are just going to hold a little bit of angle, see if anybody in sight is going to try and move. But with the stature of Elephant Gang, a lot of seasoned players on here, no one's really going to want to try and peek out anything, which is going to be the smart play here. They do have one playing the top of Cash Stairs, so this could be dangerous for them if things do start to turn to a little bit of a blunder. That is going to be plenty of kills for that man over there. First nade is going to come out. Is it going to make the proper contact? No, it is not. Not even going to do much damage to him at all. Just a little bit over half health for Avian. Toxic Babe going to come out. Rich committing to throwing as many condoms as possible, and he's going to charge straight through. I actually think this is going to end up downing him. Yes, very smart plays coming up, and Nog going to be able to pick up 2, but he eventually gets taken out by Avian. 30 seconds left on the clock. Oasis is going to full send this as well. He's going to be able to get 1, and it's going to all be up to Trippin out against Lojax. They do know where Trippin is, though. Is Trippin going to be able to get away with this? 20 seconds left on the clock. He does still have that Nitro Cell, so if it does come down to Diffuser Denial, he does have that in the bag. Oh my goodness, this gunfight's gonna come out. No one's gonna make any contact with anybody, but Lojax does have the bomb now, and they have constant march on this. This is not looking good, and that's that Nitro Cell we were talking about. And yes, Trippin able to clean up that round right there. And oh my goodness, E-Gang is looking so good right now.
Especially Trippin, again, has been one of the most consistent fraggers and most consistent players coming out from Elephant Gang across the season. We saw him, I don't want to say dumpster, but he did something. He did something to Team Sinister last week, and it was not pretty.
It's okay.
You want me to say
it for you?
He no. He directed them to the trash area, is what he did to them. So it wasn't pretty, and he's doing this to Vicious Gaming right now, and Vicious have zero answer for the very fluid playstyles coming out from Elephant Gang, and I feel like E-Gang and Vicious Gaming have two fairly similar playstyles, and when that tends to be the case, it just turns into a frag fest. It just turns into who has the better aim, and that is definitely going to E-Gang's favor right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're absolutely insane. Trippin with 7 kills on the defensive side. If you even saw this number, just 7 and 2, and it was a full game, like, oh yeah, I had a pretty good game. The man's done it in 4 rounds, all on defense right now. They're not giving Vicious a single chance. As you were saying, I feel like they just ordered an Uber for Vicious straight to the landfill. We'll see if they're able to keep it consistent throughout and possibly get that 6-0.
Yeah, and I just don't even know, because Elephant Gang are just dominating so far. They're taking the same sites, they're doing the exact same stuff. The Vicious Gaming have zero answer for it. I like the creativeness, and I didn't get to mention last round, but there's no mirror on the board. So the east push actually makes quite a lot of sense. Sorry, the west push makes quite a lot of sense in comparison, because normally you see a mirror just playing onto the top of the stairs and just kind of deny all those angles, but we didn't have that last time. It was a very, very close round and almost won, but again, lots of heads-up plays coming out from Trippin did manage to save them the round. And this time as well, this was also a very, very close round that could have gotten very easily into the hands of Vicious Gaming. And again, Trippin completely saved this round with a kind of Scooby-Doo act.
Yeah, a little bit of Scooby-Doo action right there. Honestly, I want to know the man behind the mask that is mute, but they haven't been able to catch him yet. So we'll see if they're able to do that this round. Oh my god.
I just want to stop. We're not going to do Scooby-Doo references for the rest of the game. It's just one reference. We don't have to make every single pun about it, because you know viewers are just going to get they hate our puns, Stokes, you know it.
What? I mean, I'm just trying to be like Kix and Keem. I almost said Keem. Oh my gosh. Kix and Intero. But yeah, I'm just trying to get on their level of punnage. All right. I mean, those two are insane at that. But as we are going to be jumping back into this round, Nog playing really aggressively on the Blackbeard, and it's going to work out for him. Ghost out of position right there, not ready for that window hit. And really wouldn't have helped him out either way if he was, because it is Blackbeard, shield in front of his face. Does not equal a good time for Ghost. So it's going to be Jaeger off the board, but those ADSs are going to stick, obviously. They do have control of this entire south side now, though. And Nog is just going to be able to wreak as much havoc as possible, but the M870 kills tonight have just been coming out, and Neptune's gonna bring another one to us. Doesn't have very many shells, but it only really takes one. Is he gonna be able to pick up the kill with the SMG-11? No, that recoil is a little bit too wild, but Pixel gonna be able to clean up that one. That is gonna be the first of his EU1Ds used. Gonna lock everybody in place, play a little bit of freeze tag. Trippin's downstairs. He's been playing so well, as we've already discussed. But it does look like this is starting to go a little bit into Vicious's favor this time around. Oasis does not have much health, but you don't need much health when people really don't know the angles that you're holding. Trippin doesn't even have a nitro cell anymore either. So Armory is going to be, Waits is going to be a little bit of a detriment for him to hold just because he does not have any throwable utility. They do have control of a lot of the site right now. Oasis does have the bomb, but he does not have much health. If Trippin is able to find him from underneath, this could be pretty dangerous. And no, Trippin's going to get taken out from low jack, and Nog's going to be able to take on another one. It's going to be all up to K9, and I do not think K9 knows that the man's rotated behind him. No, Nog is going to clean up that kill as well. So Nog with a very, very good offensive round as Blackbeard. Going to bring this back for Vicious. Not going to let Elephant Gang just get within that distance of draw/win just yet, as we are going to be switching roles.
Flawless performance from E-Gang was devastated there by Vicious Gaming. They do shut it down, and do you think the comeback is possible here?
Honestly, you and I have talked about this before. With the attacker-defender role swap, it allows momentum to be cut. So this is definitely doable. Maybe Vicious Gaming just is a defense-oriented team on Clubhouse. That could be a possibility. We'll see if they can start things off right, but I mean, they don't have much room for error right here. If they mess up at all, Alpha Gang is within striking distance to either win it, or they're already guaranteed that point from that draw.
Don't forget as well that Clubhouse statistically is a defender-sided map, so we may see Vicious Gaming able to put some rounds on the board here, hopefully, as they move into the second half here. And see, Rich is going to be bringing the Clash for the very first time this series. And today, actually, we've not seen any Clash today, which is kind of surprising, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, she was banned the first map and not banned the second. But, you know, on maps that have a lot of vertical play, like the previous map Consulate, I'm honestly not surprised we didn't see her that often, just because, you know, shields and vertical play are not the greatest thing, especially for that defensive shield where the offense is going to have a lot of those angles. So we are going to be seeing her for the first time tonight. We'll see if they are able to hold up this Armory lockers. A lot of teams have dedicated themselves to making their primary site CCTV/cache. But Armory is still a fantastic site. Really, the only thing that changed about it was the blue area that you guys currently see Pixel inside of with that staircase. So we'll see exactly how E-Gang is going to try and attack this, just coming off a beautiful defensive set.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't go upstairs, considering the Mavericks banned.
Yeah, I mean, Maverick really is the only counter to that, relatively speaking, just because of, you know, bandit tricking and stuff like that. So I am surprised of it as well.
But also, on top of that, you've got 5 rounds on the defense to play around with at maximum, right? So your first round kind of defines what you're going to be doing for the rest of the defense, but it also kind of defines on what the other team's going to expect of you, and they're probably going to expect from the upstairs take. So maybe just, you know, have that throw-off round where you go downstairs first. But I think that E-Gang tend to take the same roster no matter what they're attacking, so probably isn't going to affect them too much, but we'll see as it goes down. As Avian will manage to destroy the Moto hatch, and be seeing quite a lot of dedication go down on the utility-wise. And this is the advantage of bringing 2 hard breaches, something that Vicious Gaming didn't do, and I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't do.
Yeah, absolutely. as we are going to be seeing Trip and Drone out Moto now, about halfway through the round. No roamers, which is definitely the most optimal thing for this site. This site relatively is all about just trying to deny entry at all. If they gain a foothold on anything with armory lockers, it's very, very hard to get back. We are going to see a thermite charge blowing a hole in the side of Church, though. Nog not wanting to get too aggressive. He's just holding more of soft angles right now, trying to see if anybody will try and peek out at him, as he does hear someone really close to the door, but he does not want to peek. He wants to try and keep those yokais up as much as possible, but Trippin going to try and rotate in, going to get taken out by Nog with that bearing 9. You don't see that too often anymore just because that thing's got so much kick, but him able to get away with that. Not much health left, though. Trippin doing a lot of damage to him, as this is going to slow down the offense just a little bit. Neptune's is taking a lot of damage as well. I'm going to assume that is going to be from the pulse, doing a lot of work onto him. So 40 seconds left on the clock. Everyone from the offense is a little bit spread out right now, but Pixel just running straight up into blue, and Ghost absolutely ready for that. I'm kind of surprised that he just full-on sprinted at Ghost like that. Clash is still up though, and this could be very dangerous, especially for Neptunes, because Neptunes doesn't have any health. But no, that nade, what a play coming out from Neptunes. He's going to be able to pick up 2 downed opponents. K9 is going to pick up 1, and a pre-fire through the wall. What just happened? E-Gang coming back from the absolute depths. Going to be able to clean that up, and Avian actually going to clean up that kill inside of blue. Wow, what a clean up from Elephant Gang, able to pick up that round.
Great executes again coming out from Elephant Gang there, as they put themselves on match point here. Looking pretty good for them. Vicious Gaming are not able to win this game anymore, unfortunately. But don't forget, the last time that these teams went against each other in Challenger League, it was actually a draw. So there is still a potential for a tie here. We'll see how it does go down as we move into match point on round number 7 here for Elephant Gang. It is going to be a CCTV and cash room defense from Vicious Gaming. What went wrong there for Vicious Gaming?
I mean, honestly, I honestly think it was all of them being hold on, let me get my words together, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's try this again.
English, yeah.
Honestly, the issue, yeah, English. Anyways, the issue right there was they were extremely concerned with that church wall, and they weren't ready for that take from blue. So they got the initial aggression on the blue. They honestly thought that the only person there was Zofia because of I was gonna say Carnage, but obviously this is a goober plane. Jaeger rotating up and getting taken out by Ghost. So they were like, okay, Zofia's the only one inside of blue. They have church wall open. That has got to be where the plant's gonna try and go down at. So they try to make the rotation in order to stop that, but a beautiful nade placement, as well as just EE1D coming out in order to lock Clash in place for that nade to work. Honestly, it was them just being a little bit too overcommitted to that site and not really having the full-on knowledge of them all being on that side in order to make that forced plant work.
The clash really just was not used effectively there. I think maybe Rich should have played it a little bit more aggressively. Honestly, would have liked to see maybe a little bit of a clash roam here. I know Clubhouse, Armory, Roam, it's not a good combo normally, but with the changes to Clubhouse with the stairs going down to blue, it can be a little bit better. And, you know, Clash is very annoying to deal with. She often relies on how good her roamer is. And I think there was a little bit of potential to waste a lot of time there because they gave up map control very early on, and Elephant Gang just had so much utility to put onto the board.
Yeah, absolutely. And the one thing that is surprising, I mean, there is one prominent thing that everyone talks about with Clash, and they say, okay, this is how you play Clash. You have to do this, this, and this. And one of those things is you cannot be scared to be outside, and you cannot be scared to be moving around constantly, even if there's an EE1D or your phone's ringing. I mean, she has a shield in front of her face, so I'm honestly surprised.
Well, I think Stokes is lagging out a little bit, so I'll try and take over while he gets, well, our Discord sorts itself out as we do move in through into the action phase now. Alien does manage to take down Nog using that bearing. Rich does get injured, unfortunately, through that. Moves into a 5v3. Trippin tries to push in through this east area that he's managed to open up as we move to the second half of the round. And already so much work being done as Neptune's moves in below, takes down Pixel. They have garage control. Trippin executes Rich, and now it's a 5v2. All of a sudden, not looking to go for Vicious, but Oasis is going to find the first kill for Vicious Gaming. Trippin goes down, and it's going to be a 2v4, but detection of E1D does go down. Lojax, they know exactly where he is. He pushes into construction and tries to recover the round just a little bit, but all Alpha Gang have to do is just push him out and go for this execute. But they don't really have too much utility to put on the board here for the execute. I do believe they still have one E1D, and yes, they do. K9 should be able to put that down shortly. Lojax has made his way into the site. As you do see the push on from Oasis on this east stairs. Not looking to do good. 50 seconds left to go on the clock. Looks like utilities start to come out from both sides. Oasis just going to smoke it all on out to try and deny the plant. But Avian just going to stick it all the way through. Just managed to put it down. And it's all down to Oasis now in a 1v4. It takes down one, but the E1D goes out. He gets detected and they know exactly where he is. They go for the wallbang and Neptunes runs all the way through. Takes down Oasis. Neptune takes him down. Alpha Gang take round number 7 and the series 6-1.
Hey, I'm not laggy anymore. Also, great round by Elephant Gang. I mean, that's really it. This entire game, the Elephant Gang show. That's really what it was. So, great stuff to them. Vicious. I don't really know. I mean, they really just had a lot of rough things. Information gathering was very rough, and their defensive sets were not good either. So, might need to go back to the drawing board on that one. But that is going to kill it for this matchup. Make sure you guys stick around for the next one. We'll see you guys in roughly 10 minutes.
Yeah, we are going to get into Team Sinister versus Nomads for the very final game of this Playday, which should be a pretty good game indeed. We'll be right back, and as Stoke said, in about 10 or so minutes. Alrighty then, Lisbon, hello and welcome back. This could be North American Challenger League Season 8, Playday 10. It'll be Team Sinister who take on Nomads in our final match up for the day. I'm your host of Caster, James Stern, Pakistan, and joining me once again is the beautiful Stokes, who is apparently very shy today.
No, so those drivers were installing that we were talking about, and it completely reset my PC for a second. But hi guys, I'm Stokes. How are you?
So we're going to move in here. We're going to see Glads being the first ban out here from Sinister, and Nomads are going to be banning out the Lion. Pretty standard bans coming out for Coastline. I'm kind of a little bit surprised there's no Ying here, but it's not completely out there. Maybe see a little bit more Ying usage on EU.
I mean, Ying is such a powerful operator, but both the ops that they just banned are insane in and of themselves. I mean, Glaz and Lion, two of the most dangerous ops on the offense, and Clash gonna get selected for that third ban.
Yeah, not really any surprises there. Nomads have been known to abuse Clash quite heavily on Coastline, and she's a pretty annoying operator to deal with. I think Sinister do not like it at all. They did ban Clash against Elephant Gang on Coastline last week as well. So Talon clearly not a fan of that operator on the Coastline. We are going to see Nomads being the final ban here. I would expect a mirror here, but maybe not, honestly, because they do start on the defense. Maybe a Maestro or an Echo. But it's actually going to be a mirror.
You were right the first time. You always got to go with your gut feeling.
You got to go with the gut feeling. It's because you think about it too much, right? It's like a trick question. So there we go. There's going to be op bans for today in our final matchup of the night. Team Sinister versus Nomads. And I just want to quickly mention that this is going to be my final cast of CL for the group stages, at least. I may come in back for the playoffs, but for the next couple of weeks, you're going to be left into the good hands of my colleague Stokes, who will be picking up the matches that I will not cast. They'll be on his channel instead of mine. More details will be coming out about that later in the week. But for now, we're going to get into Sinister versus Nomads, and we'll see exactly how it's going to go down.
I was gonna say, please don't say competent hands. I don't want to, mislead people.
Hey, there's no judgment from me about your hands, Stokes.
Ooh, yikes. Yikes.
We're going to see Yellow, who just take the Ying. So, I was kind of right about the Ying usage being used here. Like, I was kind of expecting this a little bit more from Sinister. But I'm wondering if they're actually going to expect a Billy's defense to start with from Nomads, because that's kind of not a normal defense to take right away.
Yeah, not proper at all in what you're saying, but that's honestly not what I meant. What I meant to say is you're exactly right. Not the. Did your game just freeze?
I was turning you up. You're a little bit quiet. You're a little bit quiet.
Am I lagging? Okay.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. We're all good.
Okay.
We're all good.
Right. You're making me panic, man. Making me panic. Anyways, yes, you're exactly right. Not a typical defense to go off the bat with that Puka, but we are going to be having Castle come out, which is definitely useful on this site right here. And they're actually going to castle off all of Aquarium, not even making a rotate over inside at all. So this is going to be free off the bat. I'm actually extremely interested to see how they try and play this.
So, Team Sinister, very mockingly known as Thai Esports or Team Ties or whatever you want to call it. They've had a lot of ties, and yeah, Yellow did not remember to bring the Claymore.
No, he is going to bring the breaching charges. Maybe, we have seen a lot of really crazy things today, Stern. It's been a very crazy day for CL. Maybe we see a Ying hot breach. You never know. It could happen.
My thinking is that he didn't mean to do that, because you saw he took out a breaching charge as he was going back to a door outside Sunrise that you normally do Claymore off. So yeah, I think he did manage to take the Claymore there, but he will not take it. And yeah, maybe we will see a Ying hot breach. I mean, we've definitely seen it a number of times from other regions. Maybe it's time that NA stepped up to the play board and did a little bit of crazy things with Ying.
Actually, we are going to see that Castle Barricade get blown wide open now, but it does look like they have droned out and realized that Aquarium is free for the taking, so it seems like they have their eyes set on that one for right now. Nomads, pretty peculiar setup with this Aquarium side. They've completely given it up like we previously stated. Looks like they are going to be having Glitch just try and smoke it off and keep it as long as possible. No rotate out for him with that hatch either. We do have kind of an extended hold more or less going on up here. We have 4 ops all stuck in the hallway just trying to close down this side of the map. And where is our last op at, Stern, for the defense right now? We have 4 on site, relatively speaking, around that area. Where's our last gentleman at? Oh, we actually have all of them on. So we have one playing the back of Hookah, and we have Rainbow sitting over here in VIP hallway. Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We did find him.
Anyways, yeah, a little bit of a miscount right there, but we do have Rainbow playing inside of VIP. Anyways, as you were saying.
It's kind of interesting the way that Rainbow plays Jaeger, because normally you see Jaeger just taking loads of gunfights as quickly as possible. We see him constantly on the roam, but I don't see him actually take too many gunfights. He kind of plays a very passive Jaeger, and I think, you know, he plays it smart, and I'm kind of glad for that. But we'll see Candel's already coming out from yellow, makes his all the way into the site, but Shower shuts him down. The pre-fire's come through all the way around, and the diffuser does actually manage to go down through all the chaos. Cookies with the LMGE does manage to take 2 off the board, but Rainbow quickly trades it right on back. Build with the kill of his own, turns it into a 2v2. But Execration's actually been injured through all of it. Rainbow was on the diffuser! Why is no one covering it? What just happened?
Rainbow, the absolute nut that he is, just sticks the defuse. Pros don't fake, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, what a hell of a round there.
It takes 7 seconds to destroy that diffuser.
And it ticks the entire time.
And they just let him do it. But as I said, honestly, it goes back to what I was saying, is that Rainbow plays Jaeger very, very smart. And he chose to not take a gunfight that he might have won. He chose to not risk it, and he just went straight for the win. And yeah, really well played from Rainbow there. But what a disaster from Sinister. They had a beautiful setup. They had some great entry kills. They had just everything open. They abused the fact that Aquarium was completely shut off, and they just spewed utility into the site. They got the plant down through all that chaos, and then it all just fell apart because they weren't watching the most important thing about that entire round.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it before. Once that diffuser goes down, you are on the defense. You have to keep everybody off of that diffuser. That is your baby that you're trying to defend. And they didn't do a very good job of that. Their child got stolen and defused. So Rainbow making a very heads-up play right there. But we'll see if Team Sinister are going to be able to try and switch things up this time around. They are going to be attacking Kitchen this time. Nomad's kind of having a backwards way of their sights. I mean, Hookah, not the most prominent site to be picked, but Kitchen, definitely the best site on this map, arguably at this point in time. I mean,
without a mirror, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And Penthouse, honestly, Penthouse gets played extremely often, and I really don't know why. It's probably the worst side in this entire map. I do not like it at all. There's so many things that can go wrong, and you basically have to just try and contest them off of VIP wall the entire time. Otherwise, the bomb is almost guaranteed to go down.
Yeah, that is true, and I'll be surprised if we do actually see a Penthouse defense coming out in any of these rounds, considering that the mirror is indeed banned. Let's see how it does go down as we see Nomad starting out on their second defense here. And kind of surprised we don't have an Echo here, but I am glad we see Thomas reprising his role on the Maestro, which, you know, I think he does pretty well with them. I'm kind of surprised that during the last Nomad's game that we saw that he didn't actually play on the Maestro.
Yeah, didn't play on the Maestro at all. And honestly, we've touched on this all today. I really am surprised that we haven't seen that duo of Echo Maestro played a lot more from these teams, especially the teams that have been really having trouble with teams executing on a site too easily. I mean, those two ops are just so dangerous on those anchor positions. Haven't seen much play from them at all today. Just a lot of solo of one or the other. But as Team Sinister is poised to try and get this execute down, they have a lot of control pretty early on here. They do have control of Sunrise, and Nomads is more or less playing kind of a passive style right now. We do have Execration playing inside of the courtyard. See if he is able to try and pick up anybody, trying to pick up things on Sunrise. We do have Yellow over here. He's not playing the cog on the T95. He is going to opt for that hollow site. And honestly, things have kind of slowed down right now. They are just trying to get any information that they really can off of these drones. This seems like Cookies is going to try and take care of that vertical play.
Yeah, Cookies just going to get on in here, but he's going to be shot up from luggage as Rainbow does rotate out of the round again. I still want to point out that Rainbow plays Jaeger so smart, and he didn't take that gunfight. He didn't need to take that gunfight. He could have easily gone down, and he allows Thomas to win his gunfight instead. Sour takes down Talon. That starts the push into the site. Yellow gets all the way in, takes down Sour, but Thomas instantly trades it right on back to Cookies. Glitch with a shotgun. How does he do that? He just gets all the way around the corner. He denies the plant from Yellow and leaves it all into the hands of Billboard in a 1v3 as Thomas finds his second kill. Chap goes down. 45 seconds left to go on the board. Plenty of utility left for Billboard. What a shot from Billboard! He takes down Thomas, but Bills, he's not shaking today. He takes down Thomas and he's a 1v2, but still very, very clutchable. He does have a breach challenge, so he could deal with a castle barricade here. And he could try and make his way in through the service entrance. 30 seconds left to go. And he has made his way into the site and completely catches the smoke off guard. But Glitch does not let it go down that easy. He's going to try and play it very, very safe. He comes all the way around. The Deagle does come out from Billboard. He can't find the kill. Glitch with the shotgun takes him down. Nomads take round number 2. In a very, very impressive defense yet again. Kind of very passive from Nomads, honestly.
Yeah, very passive. It seems like they're honestly just allowing Team Sinister to try and get aggressive onto those angles and onto the site, and Nomads is just pushing them off of it every single time. It's very, very good anchor play coming out from them, and it's definitely a spectacular sight to see. Maestro coming up big, as well as Glitch on that smoke with those 2 shotgun kills. You really don't see those kills that often, but today we've seen so many M870 kills coming out from smoke.
2 times in a row, we've seen Sinister get very, very quick control of the site, just spewing utility in there, especially using Candelas to just make the forced entry. But it's exactly what Nomads want them to do. They want them to commit very heavily to a plant so they can go for a retake, and it's worked out beautifully both times for Nomads. Sinister are getting baited quite a lot here, and it's kind of disappointing to see from them. Maybe we'll see something different during these next couple of rounds, especially because we're seeing a blue bar defense for the first time, and I think that without a mirror, this is very, very hard to hold on to, especially in terms of vertical play as well.
Yeah, I mean, Team Sinister is doing all the right things. They just can't get the execute right, it seems to be. I mean, even right there, they had the chance to try and put that bomb down, but nobody protecting the planner, and really just spelled disaster for them. So we'll see if they are able to try and switch things up this time around. Glass has been banned once again, so I think what happened that last time with that plant going down, they actually smoked off the door in order to try and get that push through, and no one had vision while they were trying to go for that plant, and it just ended up costing them in the end.
I'm kind of surprised that castle barricade isn't going down just where Thomas is barricading now at 90 and on the VIP door. But, you know, we'll see how it does go down as we start to move into Nomad's third defense, and let's see if they can take this one as well, as we will see impact holes being made onto Cool Vibe stairs. And we're seeing quite a lot of dedication from Nomads here to try and hold this upstairs area, and lots of utility going down in forms of castle barricades, reinforcements, and of course barbed wire. And also operators. I mean, everyone's dedicated to this upstairs defense, and it's good as well, because I just mentioned how there's a lot of potential for vertical play here from both sides. And of course we do have Chap on the book, who's going to be able to make quick use of that if they do get upstairs control.
Yes, he is, but Talon going to start things off right. Execration going down extremely early. That is going to be Legion off the board, and you hate to see that since that utility is time-based. Cookie's going to pick up another one. Sour going to get taken out by Rainbow. Going to clean up one, and a team kill going to come out from Billboard himself, taking out Yellow. You hate to see that, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to end up going down. Thomas, though, with a very quick reaction, going to be able to take out Talon on the repeat. That was fantastic right there. Billboard still trying to just shake off a little bit of that mental scarring that he had from accidentally shooting his teammate. He is going to work his way over towards Sunrise. Now, we do still have Thomas on the board. Evil Eye's still going to be able to be used, but we do still have 2 full health operators on the offense, so no Evil Eye kills more than likely coming out today. Vertical Angle decided to get taken up by Billboard, but he's not going to find anything with it. They do still have the diffuser down outside, so vertical play is going to start coming out from both operators. Still plenty of time on the board to get a redrone in, as well as go and fetch that diffuser to try and open up the site for them to take. But nothing coming to fruition for them right now.
Nothing coming either way here. It looks like his Chap is going to try and prep a nade to go through into the officer's area. He's not going to be able to find the kill just yet, as Bill makes his way through onto the pool entrance and tries to make a way into Sunrise. 1 minute left on the table, and we've still got plenty of time here for Sinister to turn this into a win. but they've got to start to find some kills. They've got to start to try and find their entry, and they haven't been able to do so. They haven't been able to abuse these vertical angles to the point where they want to. Chap is going to throw a nade all the way in. He finds Thomas. Beautiful Kobe coming out from Chapstick, and Billboard takes down Rainbow, turns it all into the head of Glitch here. It's going to be all up to him to try and bring this back. He does have that camera outside of Blue Bar to try and help him. And here's the diffuser going down. He's going to try and deny the plant with a smoke, but he should be able to stick it. Glitch is actually going to trade with Chapstick there. Great shot from Glitch, but unfortunately not able to find the round as Billboard was still alive. And again, we're seeing a lot of trades going down today.
Yeah, a lot of trades indeed. And I mean, great shots by both of them. But the sad thing is, since the operator was a live team, Sin is going to be able to pick up that round right there. So it's going to be 2-1, still in favor of Nomads. But a lot better round by Team Sinister right there. Really able to bring that one back. And that nade was insane. Bounced it right off the table and right into Thomas's lap. Really, really set them up to win that round right there.
Yeah, no, definitely. And Stokes, you are lagging just a little bit here. Again, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness. Am I still lagging?
You're just cursed, I guess.
I cursed?
You're cursed. I'm sorry. It's fail.
Yeah.
We're going to move that to a billiards room defense coming out from Nomads. The Sinister finally find their first win here. We'll
Did
see
I
exactly
fix it?
how is. Yes. Please stop
Okay,
shouting at me. Gee.
I didn't shout. Don't bully me. Jesus.
We're going to see how it
That's
goes
very
down
rude.
as we move into round number 4. Sinister finally finding their first win on the attack, but again, very, very close rounds coming out here.
Defenders
Sorry for
protect
breaking
the
your
bomb.
concentration. I know that you're casting. My bad.
It's okay.
Anyways, back to hookah and billiards. Looks like we're going to be relatively going for the exact same setup. As long as I don't leg out, I can talk about it. The last time they did barricade off Aquarium, and it worked out pretty well for them. We'll see if they are able to have the same results as last time. Does look like they are going to offer the exact same thing. No utility usage inside of Aquarium, just casting off the door and reinforcing the wall. And last time, Rainbow was just a diffuse. I mean, he didn't take the gunfight as Stern stated that round. Did not take the gunfight and just opted to try and get that diffuse, and it worked out. So we'll see if things happen relatively the same way. Last time Team Sinister did get the diffuser down as just stated, so we'll see if they are able to try and keep that up and if they're going to be able to try and stop that diffusal this time around.
Yeah, we'll see if they can try and do that. I'm kind of surprised that Nomads are running the same strategy here, and even though, yes, they did win the round, honestly, they shouldn't have. Sinister should have been able to cover this diffuser very easily from outside Aquarium. They still had Blackbeard on the board, and I think it was just came down to a lot of dumb mistakes coming out from Sinister rather than a good hold from Nomads. And so I'm kind of surprised that they've not recognized that,
Bomb
maybe.
has been located.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. It does look like they're going to opt for a little bit of a different play here. They do have talent opening up angles behind couches in billiards. So this could be a little bit of a different play coming out from them, just being able to hold those cross angles, try and stop people from rotating over into sight. And that could end up winning them the round right there, because that's exactly where Rainbow came from the last time. So we'll see if that will try and help them out a little bit. We are going to have Chop start things off down here inside of Blue Bar, as the angles are going to start getting opened up. They're going to start trying to close down their grip onto the billiards / hookah site here. And Yellow is going to recognize out that they are going to have the same strat going around the same this time around. I really can't talk right now, but Yellow is going to be able to pick up that Echo drone. And there is going to be a lot of denial off the board for them as well. And they are going to see that Castle is locked back here in this corner. Sour, not in a very good spot. They are going to recognize out that Thomas has his yokai drawn over there as well. So, as things are starting to get opened up, they're going to start trying to look for this diffuser plant. They do know that Sour is in a pretty peculiar spot right now. He's sitting on top of the caches trying to watch Cool Vibes. We'll see if he is going to be able to stop this plant, but the vertical angle is starting to get opened up from underneath by Chop. And Sour is definitely not in a favorable position at all right now. But that yokai is going to be able to do a little bit of work onto Yellow, as they are going to try and find it, but they're not going to find anything except Thomas finding a kill on the Billboard, and that is going to be Blackbeard off the board, speaking of which. And first Poison Nade going out as it is going to do a little bit of damage to everyone, but Sour going to be able to pick up Chap. And it's not looking too good for the offense right now. They do have Cookies playing that LMG. They have 2 LMGs, so there's a lot of pre-fire potential coming out right now, but it does not look like he's going to make any contact. For Talon going to be able to pick up Thomas is going to be Echo off the board, and Yellow just full sending it straight into sight. And he's going to go for the diffuser play. Execration able to pick up 1. Execration able to pick up 2. Yellow picks up 1, and Sour going to be able to clean up the last, as the defenders are going to pick up this round. It is going to be 3-1 in their favor.
I was wondering where he went. I was so confused.
He literally, did you just see what Rainbow said in chat? He literally just said he is old. That is, oh my goodness. A little bit too into the game right there. A little bit of tunnel vision coming out, but able to clean up the round nonetheless.
Sour hiding in the corner there. But I also want to point out that you mentioned that Sour was playing a kind of a weird angle. He was playing on top of the couches so that he didn't get booked from below, because he could hear Chapstick doing all of his stuff from below in blue bar. So yeah, we'll see how it goes down as we move into round number 5. But it's with the final defense from Nomads. So far, looking pretty good on these defenses.
Yeah, looking very, very good on these defenses. And I'm honestly extremely happy to see it, because the earlier map today, Nomads really wasn't looking like Nomads like we talked about. We're really having trouble with just coordination and things along those lines. But looks like they're, I'm going to say it, hopefully it doesn't cast or curse them once again, but it looks like they are back to form, and hopefully they can keep it.
Hopefully, indeed, as we move into round number 5, it's going to be the final defense coming out from Nomads. And it is going to be a kitchen service entrance defense. Look, this went pretty well for them last time, and I think that Sinister wasted a lot of time here trying to get control that really just didn't do anything for them. I mean, they were holding down angles in Sunrise for so long, and they didn't get a single pick from that area.
No, not one at all. I mean, and that wasted a lot of time as well. So we'll see if they try and shake things up this time around. I mean, Nomads this last time just really got away with whatever they wanted inside of sight, and Team Sinister, they've got to try and find an answer to that. Nomads has just been really running things inside of sight. We've already talked about how they've been playing pretty passive on the defenses, and Sin's really been able to get control of whatever they really wanted, but as soon as they do, Nomads just shuts them down. So I need to try and find an answer to that. I really don't have any answers for them myself. I mean, they're doing exactly what they need to do. They get control of the vertical play. They get control of the service entrance door over here. And it just has not done anything for them. So we'll see if they are able to try and maybe get a couple more entry frags into sight and shake things up this time around.
Yeah, no, we definitely will do, as the Sinister drones do come out, trying to get this upstairs control as early as possible. We're not really seeing too much control from Nomads here. We see Thomas and Rainbow going to be playing around at a theater, but it's a kind of a question of how long can you actually hold this down for. We're a minute into the round. Sinister have got to know the positions of Nomads members on the roam up here now, but we do still have that castle at night, so that's definitely going to help quite a lot. But I'm kind of concerned about luggage here, because there's no barbed wire in luggage. It could be Yellow who finds the first kill of the round. There'll be Execration, and instantly trades it right on back to Billboard, already losing that Blackbeard. That's a huge pick, but Thomas going to go down so early on as well. That's also a very huge pick. It'll be Rainbow still left alone on the roam now as he rotates around to Billiards. And Sinister are going to have to try and drone him out and shut him down if they want to be careful about how they do this. They are going to drone him out. Chapstick is going to be on that drone. Rim going to have to rotate through luggage potentially. But no, he's actually going to drop down the hatch. So very smart play from Rainbow there. You get all the way down and potentially waste quite a lot of time for Sinister to try and find him on the roam.
Yeah, Rainbow has been so dangerous on the run tonight. I mean, especially on this map in particular, he's been doing a great job of time management and being able to stay away from those gunfights that really aren't in his favor. And I mean, he's got so much practice in this role that, I mean, it really shows in these matches and just his style of play. So, oh, Chap, very close on getting a kill right there, but it's not going to come to fruition for him. Maestro went down pretty early on this time around. That LMG going to be off the board, as well as those evil eyes, just being able to see through them like a looking glass, but nothing more than that. 30 seconds left on the clock now, as we are going to have one of those beautiful toxic babes going down over here on the service entrance door. Execration trying to see if he can pick off anybody from one of Chap's vertical angles, but nothing happening right now for them. Chap's trying to do the exact same thing, and he is going to find one. Glitch is going to go down, so no more toxic babes for the defense. But as soon as I say that, one of those toxic babes is going to get a kill, and Sour Plane underneath the kitchen window is going to be able to pick up one as well. Rainbow's trying to find the planner, and no, Talon's actually going to clap back on him. Rainbow's going to get cleaned up. It's going to be all up to Sour. He's got to find two. No, Chap able to find another one. Oh my goodness. What a shot from Talon.
Absolutely crazy good shot from Talon. I thought for sure that man was going down and not able to plant the diffuser, but he will go straight through that wall. Takes him down, and there'll be Team Sinister trying to even score with that a little bit as we move into the second half. I don't know, really, honestly, because with the way that the up bans have gone, I feel like attackers should be winning more rounds here.
I don't know, man. I really don't. These rounds have been very hellish.
They've also been very, very close. We've seen a lot of like 1v2, 1v1 situations so far going into these rounds. Nomad's defenses have been strong, but they haven't been flawless by no means. And this has been a very, very close matchup so far. And I know we said it at the start, or I said it. Sinister have had a lot of draws. That's no secret whatsoever. Hopefully this doesn't end in a draw. I don't think anyone wants to see a tie here. But honestly, it's kind of looking that way.
I mean, look, there's two absolute truths in the world. Number one, gravity is a thing. Number two, Team Sinister will more than likely tie in any match that they play. So, we'll see, you know, if that happens. But, I mean, they are called Team Tie for a reason. So, we'll see if that does end up coming to fruition. But for right now, Nomads coming out on top in the defensive set as they are going to be switching over to the offense. We'll see if Team Sinister has what it takes to try and shut out Coastline here on this defensive side of things. And as we talked about before, Nomads opting not to do the penthouse hold, but we are going to have the boys of Team Sin opting to go for that. They are opening up those vertical holes over there on the VIP wall. You guys are seeing at the top of your screen right now as Started is going to zoom in on them for me so I can talk about them a little bit. Is he's going to zoom in on the wrong ones just to bully me? I hate you so much, man. Oh my goodness. Anyways, opening up all these vertical angles right here to just try and shut down all of that bathroom play that can come out. And honestly, it's going to be to try and prevent Thermite or Habana from trying to open up the VIP wall. Very good way of trying to prevent that right there. But we're going to have Yellow try to go for a little bit of a, not a spawn kill, but a very early kill onto Balcony here. And we'll see if he is going to get it.
I'm really surprised that Sinister are doing this because they did the exact same thing against E-Gang. It didn't work there, and I'll be surprised if it works now, just because that Nomads do a lot of VOD review. Everyone does a lot of VOD review, right? And they're going to know that Sinister sets this site up in a very similar way to this. So we're most likely going to see this West take. They're not going to try and contest DJ at all, and they're going to try and push this way instead. We'll see Talon is going to be playing fairly aggressively here behind the bookcases in VIP. Doesn't have an ADS here actually, so he could get naded from the drone hole.
I mean, yeah, that definitely could happen, but the only ones with nades is going to be Sledge, so you're going to have a little bit of a rotation come out from over there. He is over here on the balcony, so it could be a little bit dangerous, but he has rotated out fully. Only man inside of VIP now is Maestro, so cross angle getting help for him. He's gonna have to try and get aggressive somewhere, and honestly, Yellow needs to stay alive. He really is the only plant denial they have inside of those evil eyes. They do have smoke on the board, but the more plant denial you have, the better. Yellow not looking too good right now, except for that shot that was so clean on the execration. Gonna be able to take him out, but Tom is gonna get a refrag on the cookies. Thomas getting kind of aggressive out here. He is going to opt for the nade as Rainbow is going to go for the peek here. And Rainbow, you can barely see the top of those beautiful golden locks. Rainbow is going to be able to pick up that kill right there with that 5.52 commando. But things kind of falling apart for Team Sinister right now. Talon's already rotated all the way back to site. We do have Billboard over on the side of Bathroom. Things are getting a little bit leggy, so I'm going to assume my voice is going to be a little bit leggy as well, so I'm going to hand it right over to Stern.
All right, Billboard going to be playing here in the Bathroom. Frag grenades are going to go out. Lots of utility going out here from Nomads. I'm really surprised that Billboard's being able to play here. Flashbangs are going to get out to him, but he's not going to get flashed out at all. He's still going to be playing so aggressively here into the Bathroom. Wait for this diffuser to start going down. Smokes are going to go down from Chapsticks to try and deny the plant moving in here. As more flashbangs are going to go out. Billboard still not getting flashed by this, but the diffuser is going to start going down, and Billboard cannot see it going down. He can't see it. He moves all the way out. He tries to deny it, but can't find the kill. Rainbow takes him down. Glitch takes down Talon and leaves it all squarely into the hands of Chapstick to try and deny this. So 1v4, not looking good for him. Yep, Glitch. Blackbeard repelling. Not really a lot you can do there. Nomads take round number 6 on their first attack round.
Hopefully I'm not lagging anymore. Is my voice good?
It's okay.
Okay, as long as we're, you know, it's bearable. Anyways.
Oof. As soon as you said that, we went to Mr. Roboto.
I'm a robot, guys. I'm a bot, just like my ranked plays. Anyways, Team Sin just not really having exactly what it takes in order to hold down that site. VIP was just kind of a blunder. I mean, Nomads knew exactly what they were walking into. As you said, VOD review is a huge thing in the CL as well as the PL. And, I mean, that really just not working out for them at all.
I'm honestly still really surprised that Team Sinister, you know, if you're going to be going into this kind of league system, you need to change up your strategies a lot to stop yourself getting pinned out. But they ran the exact same strat that they ran against E-Gang, and yeah, it just doesn't work.
No, does not work at all, as stated once again, and I'm sure they probably won't try it anymore. I mean, against 2 of the top teams in the CL, they tried it and it did not work, so I'll be very surprised if we see it again. But they are going to opt for the kitchen hold this time around, and they really need to get the ball rolling here. Nomads is within striking distance to set this up to match point, so we'll see if they are able to do that. And Nomads pretty even across the board, as well as Stern did just flash that for you right there. So looks like Nomads is back to firing on all cylinders. We'll see if they are going to be able to keep this up.
I mean, their attacks have been pretty good, but as we mentioned earlier, the upstairs defense with no mirror, with, you know, on Penthouse Theater, it's not the best one, and there's a reason that Nomads never went here. And I think that was a big flaw in them. But as we mentioned as well, Kitchen Service Entrance is definitely one of the better sites to take here if you don't have a mirror.
Yeah, since Mirror did get that ban, this is going to be a little bit more difficult for them. But Yellow playing aggressive. He loves to play aggressive on this Maestro. Let's see if he is able to pick up anybody. No, Pre-Fire is just going to hit this out of the potted plants. Really wouldn't help that anyway, since Glitch does have that shield in front of his face. So as we are going to be entering the 1 minute mark right here. Lots of droning coming out. They do have Rainbow up here inside of luggage, as they are going to send the drone underneath, and he's already got the preemptive breach charge set up in order to start making a little bit of racket up top. He is going to see the rotation hole. Is he going to be able to catch one? Yes. Talon not recognizing out what's going on. He's going to get fragged out from behind by the hands of Rainbow, but Cookie's going to be well aware of the situation now, and he is going to be able to clean up Rainbow inside of Penthouse. So that is going to be able to shut down the entry fragger for Nomads, as Chap is going to be sitting down inside of site as well. Drone's going to be getting taken out. Cookie is trying to waste as much time as possible here. Pre-Fire is coming through VIP wall, but he's doing a great job of wasting as much time as possible. No one's really came to try and stop him from rotating out either, so he is going to do exactly that. He's going to rotate over to main stairs and drop, and he knows Yellow is holding his main lobby here, but Glitch able to stop that right in its tracks, as Cookies is going to get taken out. So Yellow is going to be aware of the Blackbeard playing at his front door.
Flashbangs are going to come through. Yellow's still going to be holding on to it. And if, honestly, you want anyone to contest this Blackbeard, it probably wants to be Yellow on the Maestro. That LMG can just tear through Blackbeard's shields. But Leisure Mines are going to get detonated. Billboard's still going to be holding onto the site. But they're slowly starting to lose control. And 45 seconds left to go. We have complete vertical control here from Nomads. They're going to be trying to open it up and trying to get any picks that they can, but that is not the angle you want to open up Sour. But it's going to be Execration who moves into the site. Just find the kill onto Yellow, holding down onto Reception, and leave all square into the hands of Billboard and Chapstick moving in. Billboard being so aggressive here. He wins the fight against Thomas. How do you do that? Capital going to go down. That's a beautiful pick from Billboard, but he's going to get flanked here from Sour. And it's going to be down to Chapstick to try and bring this in. 1v3, just hit all of his remote gas grenades here. Hasn't used a single one of them, but is going to start using them to deny the plant. 15 seconds left to go, and he could just deny the plant and play it very, very safe. And he is going to kill Execration with it. He's going to pull out yet another one with remote gas grenade. Gets the shotgun out, but Glitch with the deagle shuts him down. Nomads move on to match point.
Oh my gosh, that was almost extremely scary there for Nomads, but the relentless push by Glitch on that Blackbeard, whipping out that deagle, able to clean that one up. Sinister looked a lot better on the defense right there, just not able to shut it out. It seems like that is kind of the telltale thing of this entire match for them. They've been doing exactly what needs to be done, just not able to get that final closing moments in order to pick up these rounds.
Yeah, he's not been able to do it at all. It's been pretty disappointing coming out from them. But, yeah, like, Sinister are falling apart here, it seems. They don't seem to have any clear idea of what they want to do on these defenses, and any ideas that they do have, Nomads is prepared for it. And I think, honestly, this is coming down a lot to prep work. That, Nomads are taking this in a fairly different way to how we've seen them play Coastline in the past. And Sinister's taking it the same way.
Yeah, I mean, Nomads have been extremely powerful on both sides of the coin here. I mean, their offenses have been very clean cut. They're back to playing a lot of refrag, which is awesome because in the past it's worked very, very well for them. And their defensive play has been relatively around the same point. They've been wasting a lot of time. They've been making the safe rotations. Rainbow's been wasting so much time. And I mean, honestly, they're just playing extremely good Rainbow.
Speaking of Rainbow, he's been playing very, very well today. I've mentioned him multiple times. I think he's probably one of the smartest players to play CL that, as we said multiple times, he doesn't take unnecessary gunfights, and that you see a lot of Jaegers who go on a roam and they see a gunfight and they're like, I'm gonna take it. And then they die and there's no refrag there. Don't see that too much in CL, but it does happen, and I'm glad that Rainbow is definitely one of those people who don't do that. This has been a very, very close game, though. Like, don't let the scoreboard fool you. There's been a lot of very, very close rounds we begin here, but Sinister clearly doing something wrong here. Wanted to change something up. And, again, playing a Maestro in VIP, I honestly don't think it's the strat. I think putting a Maestro Cam in VIP is good. But I don't see putting the Operator himself. I think he's very easy to get pinched out here.
Yeah, very easy to get pinched out indeed. I mean, that shield's really not even going to help them at all either. I really don't know what the play is here, but apparently the play is Talon getting a kill right off the bat onto Rainbow. Caster's Curse, Stern, every time you talk about somebody, they just get punished immediately. Why'd you do that to the poor man?
I'm sorry, Rainbow. But he's going to get traded right out here because Glitch could be holding down that window. Talon goes down, and that's already the Vigil off the board. So, honestly, IQ for Vigil, I'd say that's slightly worth it for the attackers.
You just wanted to rub that right in my face, right? That's why you wanted to do that. Anyways, you know, he really didn't have a chance there because Glitch does have a shield on his face. I mean, let's be honest. Anyways, even trades across the board. IQ and Vigil, I mean, the two fight against each other all the time, obviously, because IQ can detect him. So those two Nemesises off the board, and we'll see if Nomads is going to be able to pick up from the ashes of their fallen teammate Rainbow. And this up. Billboard going to take a lot of damage right there and deal none. And about halfway through the round now, it does not really seem like Nomads knows exactly what they want to do here, and this might be where this defensive strat comes to fruition. I mean, Yellow playing inside of VIP is definitely going to be a daunting task for them to try and deal with. They do have the Habana to try and open up those angles in order to try and get Cookies out of here, but we'll see exactly how they want to try and deal with this. Looks like they actually might opt to go for a theater take here, and they don't have anything to deny this. There is no bandit, there is no nothing to try and stop this at all, as they are going to open up a crouch hole as well as a peephole. And it looks like Billboard is going to try and play aggressive on it, but it is going to get spotted out from the window, and Billboard is going to go down. They do have the smoke nades coming out now, but they have plenty of time to try and wait and waste out all of these remote gas grenades in the hand of Chap. But the one bad thing is they do still have that the evil eye himself. Yellow still up on the board, so he can try and deny plant if enough damage is done to one of these defenders. As things are going to start launching off now, we are going to see drones mark out where yellow is. As he is going to try and motion up 90. He is holding towards cool vibes right now, as he is going to wait to see how they are going to try and take theater. Things have slowed down for the offense a lot now, as we are going to have stun nades as well as lifelines come out. Smoke nades finally getting popped up into the back of sight. Both of them going to get pumped. Flame arrows coming out. Sour able to pick up one. Yellow gonna pick up one as well. Cookies gonna clean up one as well. And Sour with two. Cookies with two as well. It's gonna be a 1v1 between these two. Cookies taking a little bit of damage from his teammates. Smoke nades. Is Sour going to be able to find him? I don't really know. He's gonna try and stick the plant here, but Cookies has to hear that on the other side. There's no way that he doesn't. And right when it hits 0-0, he's gonna make a push. He's gonna be able to clean that up, and that is going to be another round for Team Sinister.
There's just so many confusing things going on in this game. Like, Yellow was allowed to push all the way up that hallway. No one is watching 90 at all, despite the fact that they know the two operators were playing in VIP. Really confusing coming out from Nomads there. And I think, honestly, a lot of the reason why they're losing these rounds is because they're expecting Sinister to push one way rather than multiple ways. I mean, Cosign's a very, very diverse map, and it's just really confusing why they had, well, like 3-4 people outside of theater, and not a single one of them was watching 90.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it might just be the fact of things like that where teams get frantic and they're really just not calling the angles that they're holding. Because a lot of the time when you go for that execute stern, you talk out what angles you're holding. Okay, I'm holding 90. Okay, I've got your theater door. I've got main stairs. Okay, awesome. And the IGL goes, okay, we've got this, this, and this. We're good for execute. We're holding the things we need to hold. When things get frantic like that, you're just like, where do I get the kills at? Like, that's, your brain just flips. And that really seems like that's what happened right there. Because when you do go for those executions, once again, you break it down, you talk about it, and you report that back to your IGL so they can get that vision in their mind of what's happening. And it doesn't seem like that's exactly what happened.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes down as we move into match point still to Nomads, but Sinister just a couple of rounds away from bringing this into one of their famous ties.
Oh my goodness. Why you gotta do that to them? I already did it to them once. Why you gotta bring it back up?
Like, they're never gonna get rid of it. They've had so many ties this season. It's honestly absolutely ridiculous. I thought they were doing it as a kind of like play against the tie system. Like, yo, what if they tied every single game and then they still got into playoffs and they still got into Pro League?
I don't think that Billboard and Talent of all people would opt to do that. I'm just saying. Like, the guys that want Pro League so bad. Speaking of Billboard, I did the opposite of Caster Curse. It's the Caster's Blessing. Gonna take out Glitch. Gonna try and make this a tie. Actually, no, I really didn't help them out at any point that we were just talking about.
Just stop talking. Billboard is going to get a very important kill, however. Glitch already off the board. That's a Blackbeard down so early on. And we've seen Blackbeards just drop like flies today.
Are you really going to cut it off on that? I tried to mute myself to open up cookies. But Billboard can pick up that kill on the Blackbeard just as discussed. And that is going to slow down things for Nomads right there. I mean, it seems that once that first pick comes out onto Nomads, it really just is a detriment to their speed of taking things. They kind of just take a step back and they really don't know what to do with themselves. We do have Execration kind of getting aggressive over here on the blue bar. He is going to see that the side of that has been opened up to be able to be held from over there in main lobby. And Yellow is holding such a far angle into Sunrise right now. We'll see if he is going to be able to cut down any more opposition trying to make those rotations through. And I really like this setup from Sinister right now. It definitely seems like this is going to be what is going to work out for them. And Yellow is going to be able to pick up Execration, as we were talking about that long angle that he was holding over there from the lobby door in the courtyard. And another kill coming out from Rainbow this time around, as Billboard is going to get picked off. And Rainbow is going to start opening up these vertical angles. Things relatively even across the board. We do not have a Habana anymore, though, so something's going to have to give on site for Nomads.
Yeah, something's got to give indeed. It's going to be lots of vertical angles getting opened up here by Rainbow, trying to find desperately a kill onto the site. If you can get this smoke kill, it's going to be the world for him. What? Billboard just runs across and he gets out of there. What? How do you let him get away with it?
No one really knows, but Yellow is going to be able to pick up one, and this is looking so good for Team Sinister right now. He actually jumped all the way outside just to rotate back on the side. Sour open up a little bit more vertical, but Chap's ready for it. Going to be able to take him out. And Cookies going to be able to clean up Rainbow for that last kill right there. Team Sinister that much closer to a tie.
It's going to happen now, isn't it? No one wants to see the tie, but it's happened so many times in these matches with Sinister. They have managed to bring it back from the brink of defeat, however, and one run away from bringing this into a tie. But Nomads still looking to secure us. But I gotta agree with you as well. Is that anytime that Sinister get a kill on the board really early on, Nomads slow their whole push down so slowly, and it really hurts them because they didn't gain the control that they needed. They didn't get the picks that they needed early on, and I can't believe that Chapstick escaped. Not only does he escape, he goes back there, and then he shoots someone from the vertical angle they just made. He hit him with the Chap Clap. And what do you even do with a smoke who is that brave?
I mean, honestly, that was like that was a fight or flight thing right there. Right when he started getting shot, he was like, oh my god, where do I go? And just runs for the rotate hole and gets out. And that was a crazy thing. And actually, it looks like we're actually going to have some adjustment by Nomads. Could you hold tab for me for just 1 second? Just because the top names are really hard for me. Thomas, going to be opting for the IQ this time. We're going to have Rainbow go with the Ying. So a little bit different play coming out from Nomads. You do not want to fall into this Team Sinister curse of the tie. So we'll see if it's going to be a tie or if Nomads is going to come out on top. This right here looks like it might be able to work out for Nomads just because Ying is such a powerful operator on this site.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes down, but it is interesting that they've completely changed up their strategy here. We've seen that first time we've seen Rainbow take Ying this series, but not today. He did take it earlier against Goober, and that actually worked out fairly okay for him. I think that he was a bit hesitant to put down his Candelas, and that's why he failed in the push ultimately. But he did manage to find himself into quite a nice position into the bathroom early on. It is going to be determined in this first minute what exactly is going to go down for this round. Talon being fairly aggressive with this so far. He's going to be pushing down onto the aquarium balcony, seeing what he can do. Thomas can join him out immediately. And this is the difference between Sinister and Nomads as well here, is that Sinister are holding onto this fairly aggressively, but have not brought the castle, which is honestly, I think, is a big mistake from them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the castle play worked out so well for Nomads on the site, but Team Sinister not going to opt for that on this hookah site at all, which again, very surprising just because castle does alleviate a lot of the pressure on the site. That is the one issue with the site, is the offense is able to get so much pressure so quickly. But Team Sinister more or less opting for kind of a blanket hold up top. They have Talon sitting over here on Cool Vibes, as well as we have Doc across the map playing main stairs. So really just trying to choke Nomad down to one area. We'll see if that is going to work out for them, as we already do have a lot of damage put onto Smoke.
Something that I've noticed a lot about how Sinister tend to play not only this map, but quite a lot of maps, especially Bank as well, is that if they feel they're in a threatened position where they might lose the game, they just take ACOGs and just peek absolutely everything. You see Yellow did throw that run out onto DJ to see what he can do there, but we're seeing lots of push coming out from Nomads straight out onto Aquarium. They do have quite a lot of control here moving into the final minute, and Rainbow looking to maybe put some Candelas down into the site. As we see IQ getting rid of the Echo drones, but there's no one on the site to contest this. Glitch takes down Chapstick, and the plant is just going to come right on down. The ADS do catch all three Candelas. Yellow from Luggage just take one down, but Cookies instantly trades back onto Glitch. Yellow with another kill as well. What is happening right now? But Rainbow takes down Talon. It's all down to him in a 1v3. Finds one. Can he find two more? He's on 1 HP in a dream. The Echo drone does see him. He just has no idea where it is, and Cookies takes it out with a headshot. Sinister with a beautiful hold take round number 10, and this is
Just
a tie.
cut the stream. Cut the stream. We're done. It's over. We're done. It's a tie, guys. We'll see you guys later. Bye. I don't.
Well, as we said,
It's a curse.
the last time that Sinister did this to us, you know, it's because Talon goes to so many art classes. He loves,
because he loves drawing. Oh, that's actually probably my favorite pun that you've ever made. But as previously stated, guys, cut the memes. Cut the memes. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it from myself and Sternab for Playday number 9 and 10. And once again, Stern is going to be dipping out for the rest of the season to go cast a little bit of some other things over in Croatia. So, tip of the hat to him. Stern, thank you for sticking around for CL and casting with me. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that is going to be it once again, ladies and gentlemen, from us. That is Team Sinister and Nomads tying. That is going to be the last Playday. I mean, the excuse me, the last map of Playday 9 and 10. We'll be seeing you guys next week, same time, not same place, but we will be there nonetheless. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah, details will be on Twitter, of course, of what I'll be casting. It will be announced soon, hopefully, but I actually have a flight to catch in about an hour, so I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for joining me. I won't be here for the next 2 weeks, of course, but hopefully here for the playoffs. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.
Up here, we're free, bound only by frozen